What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me Nation. We are 5x5 and live. Alan Donovan tonight, as the number says, it's Friday. It's Red Friday. And it's good to have everybody here, man. We haven't had Alan in the house, what, 2 years, Liv?
2 years.
2 years. One hell of a 2 years.
2 weeks.
We haven't had Alan in a while. There's a whole bunch of news going on in his personal life. We're going to spend 45 minutes or so with him and kind of, get his reaction to what the hell's going on a little bit in the world. But more importantly, want to kind of hear his story, how he is doing, how the channel's doing, and his efforts. You may know that he is the founder of Father Lives Matter, a fantastic site that really embraces the patriarch and having single fathers take the responsibility, but more importantly, the ability in a system that's rigged against them. We'll get an update on that. We're going to talk about Putin, Trump, oh boy, a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. Remember, Friday we have Mandy and Jack not here, but we have Ryan Samuels Sunday. That's coming up this Sunday, is it not?
Yes.
Holy moly, that's fast. Then we've got, Lisa Regina,
and then the 27th we have Adam and Rick from the band Blackbird.
I'll update that graphic. In fact, you're going to see it in the pre-show when we flip here. Kat's in the house. She's ready to go. It's Friday night.
You redid it last night.
I know, but I didn't put it here. I put it in the yeah, I know. So, you know what? Just ignore that. Just ignore it. I'm doing the best that we can. Hey, if you haven't had a chance, go to facebook.com/thedumbshowmat. Without a B, obviously. And you can follow our personal page. And we're on TikTok now. Go figure. TikTok.com.
How is it doing? I haven't even...
It's actually doing great today, but I didn't get it in because you said something, so now I got to go back and get the plug. Thedumbshow.com is our tag. So it's tiktok.com/@thedumbshow.com. You may ask why. Well, we had 92,000 followers in 72 hours. And of course, those mad Chinamen said, no, we can't have a conservative grow that fast. And they banned me. Very similar to what YouTube did. So we're fighting that good fight. We'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Alan Donovan in the house. Let's rock and roll. Terry, that is wonderful news about Colton in remission. Thank God. Let's get this thing shared out, folks. Twitterverse, let's go. Instagram, if you're over there, let them know where we are. Get them on Facebook, Rumble, Wimkin, YouTube. We're everywhere. Tonight, we've got like 3 things going viral. I think we've had 1.5 million interactions in the last hour and a half, and we've gained like 700 followers. So we've got a couple things going viral. So let's get it out. We'll have some new people watching tonight, especially if you share and like, and if you don't, God will kill a puppy.
Tired of being so confused. You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop arguing me. 'Cause I'm everything you want. Damn, show what you need. I won't tell no lies. Back up on the facts be true. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's dad.
It's Red Friday, RED Friday, which stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. A movement designed to honor veterans and deployed U.S. troops by wearing a red shirt every Friday. As simple as that may be, Red Friday is a great way to back those who serve our country. Go to dumbshow.com and search for Red Friday to get your red on.
Hey, Hogswins here. Check out our friend Matthew Spirit at his podcast at The Dumb Show and his website, don'tunfriendme.com. Yeah.
Brought to you by Wimkin, everybody. If you have not had a chance, go over to Wimkin.com, sign up, create an account. 9 million shares of followers, and they are going to an IPO in the next few days. Go get your shares of stock at Wimkin.com.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. Olivia's here. We have
Hello.
a new... Hello, Olivia.
How are you?
I'm good. We have a new goal. $300 tonight is what we're looking for. We usually don't collect goals with guests. So what we're going to do is we'll collect in the background. I'm watching you. But we won't be talking about him until Alan, we let him go. It's not appropriate. We don't do that. Speaking of Alan Donovan is in the house. 2 years since Alan was here last. Alan, dude, it is good to see you. I have been following your journey. Olivia and I have. She sent me some pictures, and my God, man, you have been going through a living hell. Why don't you catch us up to speed over the last 2 years? Love to hear about Father's Life Matter, and then kind of hear what you've been going through.
So last time I was here, you guys were giving me crap about Stacey Nice. Remember that, Olivia?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Olivia was. I never did that.
Of course.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago was my 30-year class reunion. And of course, what do you think got brought up right away?
Oh, I don't know. Probably
you dancing with Stacey having the biggest crush on you at homecoming.
That was suddenly a very big deal all of a sudden, which was hilarious.
Wasn't her older sister in your grade?
Yeah,
that's
Cammie.
Okay, yep, that's why.
Yeah, but she was a no-show to the reunion. So, but yeah. So you asked what's been going on since I've been on here. It's been 2 years. I'm up almost 400,000 followers across all my various social media.
Congrats.
Thank you. I was in a documentary called Deadbeats, where they flew out a film crew from NYC to here, and they were here the entire week, and they spent time with Xander and I. They went to the court system where, I got my butt kicked the first time and all that stuff. And then later on down the line, that was submitted to the Cannes Film Festival for Best Documentary, and it won.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, thank you. So,
Does that have
You'll have to send us a link so we can watch it.
Does it have a bunch of copyright crap on it, or can we stream it?
You'll be able to stream it when it comes out. It's actually going to be on Netflix, and as far as I know, he is planning on giving streaming rights to various shows and podcasts to get the word out about it.
Let us know, and I've got some platforms that are going to want to play it, and you'll get millions of views on it. So between contacts that we have at Wimkin, he'll put it up on the page, and there's 9 million people up there, and he'll make it a staple. So please let us know so we can get, and we'll play it here on the show too.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I will do. So he's thinking this fall is when it's gonna be on Netflix. But other than that, I've just been working my butt off trying to get this going, and trying to get new people invested in it and seeing it, and it's worked. It's worked.
Great. That's great.
I've had to take a year off from the podcast though, which has kind of sucked. So last September I posted a video, and the old censor gods of Instagram did not like it, and they banned me from doing lives for an entire year.
What?
I'm just now coming off that ban on September 30th, and the first podcast I'm gonna have coming back is do you watch UFC?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Have you heard of Mackenzie Dern?
Yep.
So she's going to be the first guest back on my podcast.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
That's cool.
That's going to be great.
Yeah. And so how that all came about is she was on another podcast because she has to pay child support. And she was very, very unhappy about it. And I called her out about it. I was like, you're dealing with exactly what guys have been dealing with for 40 freaking years. And suddenly it's unfair. So I invited her on the podcast, and to her credit, she didn't run from it. She was actually game. So
that's
September
awesome.
3rd.
That's the way it should be.
So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
When you, I mean, first of all, we completely understand your pain, because you remember, I mean, we were pushing, I don't know, 250, 300 a night we're finally getting it back, you know, but that's a lot for a 200,000, 250,000 person podcast. I mean, if you can get 1% of your listenership, if you can get 0.01, you know, you look at Benny and these guys, they got 3 million followers and they maybe have 1,000 people on. So I feel you. But you know, I agree. It's been slow go, but we finally got turned back on with Facebook. Real good news is, so Damani Felder, who's a good friend of the show, he has a guy who is a Facebook expert who has helped Damani add 80,000 followers in less than 90 days. So he came on and was just quick. I mean, it's about you, but we're going to share like we always do.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We were thinking of doing his thing, and it's expensive, right? It's like, it's a 90-day program, and he shows you all the tips and tricks, and he understands because this guy is pretty damn good at what he does. And I was like, you know what, we're just going to wait. We're going to wait. And then we did. And then 3 things went viral today. And then he sent a message out, and it's like, hey guys, it's my birthday. And every 2 days during my birthday, we cut our fee half. It's legit. You know, this guy's a really good dude. And I was just like, well, that's why we waited. So things happen, good things happen. And I guess that's the theme of tonight that I want to talk about is that you can't control shit that you can't control. And dude, you probably know this better than anyone now, because you had to go through it, dude. You had to run through the black and come out clean the other side. Tell everybody else what else has been going on.
So, back in, excuse me, one of the downsides to the surgery is it's screwed up my voice, as you can kind of tell.
Yeah, stop making excuses.
I know, right? So back in May, on a Saturday night, I was working on my Jeep. I had to replace the speed control sensor on top of the pumpkin on the rear differential. So I went through and I did that. And I wasn't feeling really okay, but I didn't really think anything of it. I was like, I'm probably just ran down because I've been working a lot. I went to bed. I got up the next morning, and this whole side of my neck was just ballooned out. And you actually have the picture if you want.
I know. I'm pulling it up. I love that you're producing for me. I got it all in here. I got to get through 4 of them, D, because it's like I know which one you're talking about, but I got to go through the other 4 first. And I'm just like, God Almighty, this is just this poor guy, man. All right, here it is. Yeah. So
that was my neck the next Monday. So I went to work that Sunday, and because my doctor was obviously he's not open on Sunday, so I just went to work and I went in right away the next morning, and that's how swollen up my neck was that Monday. And I got into the doctors, and they're looking at it and they're like, holy shit, and they're feeling it, and they're asking me questions, and I had cracked a back molar that previous week, so they were thinking that
it was an
abscess. Cracked the molar.
Yeah,
and they were thinking it was an abscess. So he's like, well, there's nothing I can do. You got to go to the hospital. So I went down to the hospital, and they got me in there, and they were looking at me, and they were under the impression that it was an abscess as well. So that's what we were kind of proceeding as. And, they gave me some meds and sent me home and said, hey, if it gets bigger, gets hot, whatever the case may be, come back. It kept getting bigger. So I was back in the hospital at 5:00 that evening, and they did an emergency surgery that night. And they were thinking that it was, an abscess. Well, he opened it up, and suffice to say, it was not an abscess.
So what happened? Did you have a rupture? Was it a clot? What happened where it grew?
We don't know.
Thank God it did. Thank God it did. Yeah.
Yeah. 8 hours. 8 hours time span. So he opened it up, saw what was going on, closed me back up. I was released from the hospital the next day. And once again, they tell you, if you're not feeling okay after a major surgery, come back. So I was back again because it started getting bigger again, started getting super hot. I started feeling really nauseous. I got back in there, and there was an ER doctor in there who just didn't want to listen to anything I had to say. He was like, well, I'm just going to send you home. It's not anything. And I was like, dude, really? You're going to make me advocate for myself? I said, I'm telling you that something is wrong with my body. You need to listen.
Right.
And he was not having any part of it. And finally, he just busted out and he goes, well, it's cancer, right? That's how I found out. A pissed off ER doctor at 1:00 in the morning dropping that bombshell.
Oh, good bedside manner. Jeez.
Yeah, I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's a tumor. It's cancer. And that fun little photo right there, that's some of the tumors they took out of my neck.
Jeez.
Looks like raspberry sorbet.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like steak bites.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, I mean, God, my Lord, what was the size of this thing?
It was huge. So fast forward to that Friday, I have to go back to the doctor that did the original surgery. That's the original surgery right there. And he's telling me, he's like, well, it's cancer. I don't know what else to say other than we've sent it to pathology. Pathology here in the Valley sucks. They spent 2 weeks trying to figure out what it was, couldn't figure out what it was, sent it to the Mayo Clinic, and the Mayo Clinic spent 3 weeks trying to figure out what this was. They knew it was cancer, they just didn't know what type of cancer it was. And so when they finally figured it out, they came back with it was an internal melanoma. And they sent me to a, skin doctor. And they went through my entire body, top to bottom, looking in all the crevices, picking everything up, looking everywhere, trying to find the melanoma, because when melanoma creates tumors, it has an ignition point somewhere on the surface of your skin.
Right.
I don't have that. So they're not sure what the hell is going on, but I didn't have it. And so the next step was the major surgery. It had doubled from 3 tumors to 6 tumors at this point in my neck, all through here. And
did you get the
it was
vax?
a very serious. No, I did not.
I remember you didn't. And I'm just I'm not saying that's the cause, but I mean, this sounds like a rapid adjustment.
Onset.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And the growth, what stimulated that growth?
Yeah. And nobody can figure anything out. So fast forward to
why does all this shit happen to you?
I have I'll tell you about the pin that for later on in the conversation when we get to it.
Oh, all right.
Because there's some interesting theories that popped up.
Okay, go ahead.
So I had the second major surgery, which was the one that basically was here all the way down. 240 stitches, 75 staples in my neck and my throat. I mean, they basically slit my throat open and pulled all that stuff out. And what I got from that was I got constant nausea, like 24/7. 5 minutes after I wake up, I am sick. I have lost over 30 pounds in the last 2 months because I cannot eat. Because I get so nauseous, I can't drink, I can't eat.
You can't sleep either. There's no way you're sleeping on that.
No. So now I have to, so they do immunotherapy treatment, which is an infusion that basically cranks up your immune system to like 100 and goes after everything. So I have to get that once a week. Then I have to get nausea infusions every 3 days on top of that. And so they implanted a port in my chest because my veins were failing. Because they couldn't get IVs in my veins. They would try to stick one in, and my vein was like, yeah, not today. And it would just turtle up and disappear.
Yep.
And so now I have this, and it's stage 3 melanoma. They don't really have a prognosis for it right now because it's so absolutely different than anything that they've dealt with. I'm on my 3rd oncologist at this point. Because nobody can figure out what's going on. Like the average mutation of a cancer cell for the average Joe is between 6 and 10 times. I'm over 20 times that it's mutated so far.
Jeez.
And it's influenced 4 or 5 different genes. And it's just very, very strange. Like none of the oncologists have seen anything like this. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to do. And even the Mayo Clinic doesn't know.
Are they doing any like hyperbaric chambers on you and stuff to slow down the growth or to suppress that or any type of that?
Immunotherapy is what they do now for melanoma.
Oh man, there's some really good studies on that in regards to hyperbaric chambers, oxygen, rich environments, things to that effect that can slow down growth. But yeah, it's just money. It's an ungodly amount of money.
I'm already $1 million in debt. And
of course you are. Of course.
I've had 3 actual treatments, and it's like 1.1 already. That second surgery that I had was a $250,000 surgery.
Jeez.
Insurance at all? None?
I have insurance, but it's the $6,000 deductible type, and all that other stuff, and everything that's done has to be approved. They weren't going to approve me for for that second surgery. I spent 6 hours on the phone till they could finally get it approved, and it's just, man, don't get cancer.
Oh,
if you
no.
can.
No,
that sounds ridiculous.
No. You don't have to explain it to me. I mean, like, depending upon the prognosis is what I would do. But if I've got, knock on wood, something bad like that, I'm not going to put my family and waste every single dollar that they have in life insurance on that type of stuff. We'll just have a happy accident or something. I'm not going to go through that. And I'm not a quitter. I'll fight, but I'm not. But you're in a spot where you can survive, and financially you will get relief.
I hope so. I'm just kind of throwing it up there right now because
Alan,
at this
it'll
point,
happen. Alan, it'll happen. You
know,
have to believe that.
at this point, I get the bills and I open them and I look at them and I laugh because that's all I can do. You know, when you've got, like, I went to the mailbox today, I had 6 bills in there. One bill was 30,000, one was 10, one was 2, one was 40.
They're not denying coverage though, right?
They're not denying coverage. No.
They know. Listen, my mother went through the same thing with her brain surgery, and this was, I don't know, 40, 50, 53 years ago. And she had $750,000 in 1968. And, you know, most of it was written off. But my dad worked 3 jobs and he paid it off over 40 years. And listen, something will happen. Hopefully we get syndicated and we'll just cut you a check. That would be fucking, I'm serious, man. I mean, somebody,
that would be awesome.
God works in mysterious ways. You're alive. You look healthy. You're going through hell. How are you feeling mentally though?
That's a harder one to talk about because it varies from day to day. You know, when I talk about this kind of stuff, it's like I'm talking about somebody else that has this and not me personally. And I kind of tend to think that that's a self-defense mechanism.
Sure
that,
is.
You know, my subconscious is doing. But, you know, the hardest thing that I have is that, you know, I'm raising Xander by myself.
Yeah.
You know, and so right now my goal is to make it at least 3 years. Because if I can make it 3 years, he'll be 18. You know, and he's not gonna be relying on me. You know, because he'll be an adult and he'll be able to handle most of the stuff on his own. So that's my goal right now, is to make it 3 years. You know, and if I make it to that 3 years, then it's another 3 years, then it's another 3 years. But that's my main goal right now, is to make it till he's an adult.
So they've gotten to the growths. They've eradicated and they've shrunk whatever's there. Surgically, have they gotten them all out?
No, it's in my abdominal wall too.
Okay,
I found that out 2 weeks ago. I had a PET scan and it's in my lower left abdominal wall. So they're gonna, basically what they're doing, because I've had 3 major surgeries in the last 2 months, my body can't handle another major surgery. So they're gonna wait 4 months. And if it hasn't gotten smaller from the immunotherapy or disappeared or it's gotten bigger, then they will do surgery again. And it's going to be another major surgery.
Did they figure out, because you posted something about happening to your back when you woke up with back pain. Did they figure out what happened there?
So that was not, luckily that was not cancer related.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Good. Thank God. Thank God.
When I was younger, I tore my skeletal back muscles in my lower back on a construction accident, and I had to change the tire on my car, and I pulled too hard, and it, you know, sort of tore the muscle is what they said. But I'm telling you, it felt like I was dying. And when I went in, the guy's like, "Oh well, when you got cancer, it kind of amplifies everything else that you got going on in your body that's wrong and makes it worse."
Yeah, and then there's something called analgesic rebound that takes place with medication where it creates a phantom pain, and you don't know it until you come off the medication if you truly still have the pain. And literally, you know, after surgeries, it was 10 years after a surgery and I would still be on the medication. And I had to understand, is that my mind, but even when we get older, like right now, I mean, I'm 51 years old, but every time I get, like right now, these doors doing the rebuild, they're 175-pound doors. And I reached out the width of them and they're 48 inches wide, and deadlifted straight up and moved them probably 70 times. And there's 3 of them. And, you know, I'm a strong guy, but I tore the cartilage in my ribs. So every time that hurts, I go, oh my God, I got lung cancer, you know, because I was a smoker, you know, so it just gets in your head. I can't imagine once you're diagnosed that just every ailment, every pain, you're must like, oh my God, what's going to happen now? So I'm glad that didn't take place, because spinal cancer is no joke.
Dude, it's freaking scary. It is absolutely scary, just because it seems like every day I get up and something new has gone wrong with my body in some funky way or another. Like they told me when I first started, the one thing that they did tell me when I started down this is you're going to have days where you feel absolutely weak and you're going to feel exhausted. And I was like, whatever, you know. Yeah, I was the guy that was benching 475 pounds when I was in high school, you know. Yesterday I got up and I was so freaking weak I couldn't lift 5 pounds. It just felt like I weighed like 60 pounds and I was nothing. I've never felt that before. That's a scary feeling to have when you go from being able to do pretty much anything physically to this. It's a hard thing to you know come to grips with, that it's going to be this way at some point in time.
Not that I'm harping on the Bible, because I think you know me well enough. I'm not that guy. I'm still trying to find my own way. But has this brought you closer to God or further? Yeah, yes and no, huh?
Yes and no. I mean,
Yeah.
as you can probably imagine, once this all came to light, most of the people are talking about, you know, putting your faith in Jesus and God and all that stuff. And, you know, my thought process was, if he cared, I wouldn't have to put my faith into this.
Yes.
He wouldn't have given me this to begin with.
Right.
And that's just my first reaction, just because, you know, I believe in God, but we've never had a good relationship, so to speak.
I understand. Yep.
How is Xander doing?
Oh yeah. Can he conceptual? I mean, I know he's older now, so can
He's exactly Hayden's age.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
he's 15.
That's why I said I heard 3 years. I know. I can do math. Is
I mean,
he?
he's 15. He has his days. You know, I stumbled upon a social media post that he had made right after surgery that I didn't know that he had made, and it freaking brought me to tears. You know, because he's sitting there talking about. Sorry, I might cry.
Take care of it, dude. Don't not here. You know that. Take a second.
You know, he was talking about how it was so hard watching the man that he looks up to and absolutely adores going through this and not knowing if I was going to survive. You know, and that's a hard thing to have. We sat down, we had to sit down and have, you know, the conversation about death, you know, and what would happen if I die, you know, what's going to happen to him. We had to sit down and go through funeral arrangements and do all that stuff. And dude, I never,
Yeah.
15 is too young to sit down and have to talk to somebody about that kind of stuff. You know, and to see him as I'm telling him this stuff and I'm watching the wheels turn, and I can only imagine what he's thinking, you know, about how scared he is, because suddenly here I am, you know, I've got a life-threatening illness, I could die, you know, and he's freaking out because he doesn't know what's going to happen. It's just, it's been a shit show, to be perfectly honest with you. It's been a real shit show.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend to understand what that relationship. I've been nowhere near where you are, but at least from like an existential point of view, I have, and which is questioning why. And yeah, it's taken me years. And here's my thoughts on the whole thing. I'm not a theologian, but I understand that the Bible's about Christianity. It's about love. It's about acceptance. And I'm pretty confident that at least that you acknowledge his existence and live your life the way you have and what you've done for people, that's going to be enough, even if you question. So I just can't imagine, and the strength that you have is incredible, dude. I'm a weak human being when it comes to being sick. I get a cold and I
have a third child to take care
right,
of.
I'll go engage with whatever threat there is. But when I have a cold, it's over. You know, I'd like to think I could handle it with as much poise and grace as you have. When the demons come, what's the fear? What's the number one? And obviously Xander is, yes, that's the number one. But
yeah,
outside of that, for your own mortality and your own selfishness, what is it that you worry about most?
Honestly, Matt, I don't really care about my own mortality. I'm not scared to die.
Good for you.
I've never been scared to die.
Good for you.
It scares me leaving him. It scares me.
Yeah.
What really scares me is not making it 3 years, not getting to see him grow up, not getting to see him get married, not getting to see him become a father. That's the stuff that scares me. My own death, I don't give a shit about that. I've lived. You know, it's just a doorway into somewhere else, but not being able to be there for him in those key moments, that's the demons that I fight.
When you think of your father, what do you remember the most, and at what time period?
My relationship with my father was very, very complicated.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that.
Yeah.
What was the most significant time, though, when you think of him or you think of your mother? What age? It's pretty simple. Just
Yeah, so with my dad, it was when I was 8 years old.
okay. And what about your mom?
My mom, it was I can't just pick. Well, I can. When she died in my arms, that was
Okay.
probably the most significant moment.
So you had a pretty good relationship with mom.
I had an amazing relationship with my mom.
Yeah. So that's why you remember that, because that was the end of it. That was the severed point.
Yep.
But with your father, that was probably the eclipse point of when that solder took place, that you no longer have that. Well, guess what? Your son already gave you the answer. And whether that's God or not, Alan, he already called you his hero. You've achieved what every father can possibly achieve with their child. You will, he will remember the arms, dude. He won't remember when he was 8 because you were there.
I know, but that also, I mean, part of me has so much pride to see that, because as fathers and as mothers, Olivia, this is something we always want to see our kids say, that we're their greatest hero. You know, so when it happens, but it happens under this kind of circumstance, it hits a lot different.
Of course it does.
Just because, you know, I could not be here tomorrow or the next day or something like that. And, you know, the day, so I'm going to tell you a story if I can for just a second.
Of course you can.
So before that second surgery, that surgery was on Wednesday. Monday night, I just started feeling absolutely horrible about this surgery. You ever had a feeling where something is going to go wrong?
Yep.
And you know it?
Yep.
All
the time.
It's like you're watching it. So that's the way I felt about this surgery. We got up Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. Excuse me, at 5 a.m. and I could just feel it sitting in my chest that something was not right. Something was going to go wrong with this surgery. I was to the point where I almost didn't actually go through the surgery. I almost backed out. But at the last minute, I was like, okay, well, we got to do it at some point. We got there, and my surgery had originally been scheduled for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They had to make some changes because the guy that had the 8 o'clock slot couldn't do it. So they put me in at the 8 o'clock slot. I went through, I had my surgery, and then I come out of it, and later that afternoon, I'm waiting for my surgeon to come in and talk to me, and he hasn't been there yet. And I'm asking the nurse what's going on. Well, my doctor only does these kind of surgeries. They're called radical modified neck dissection is what the surgery is called. And he was doing one on the gentleman at 2 o'clock, an elderly gentleman, and he died on the table. And let me tell you, that really screwed up my world, because I was like, holy shit, if I would have been in that 2 o'clock spot, I'm 99% certain that would have been me that died. As crazy as that sounds.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. All I can say is there comes a time when you see what you do not know. You know what I mean? And you don't understand the significance of it. But there were just so many of those in my life that I finally had to reconcile with God and have a relationship and begin the process, because I just saw too many things like that that I'm just like, how did I see that coming? Or how did I get that feeling? And where did that come from? And I don't want to monopolize too much and get too spiritual, because it annoys me, and I don't want people doing that to me. So I'm not trying to do that to you. I'm just having that conversation. But with all the things in life, whether it be the noble gases or temperature or gravity or the spin of the rotation of the earth or the distance from the sun or the other 50 billion trillion different equations that had to go right for all of us to be here and to have everything. I mean, look around us. I mean, this is ridiculous. And in 200 years, the advancement of our technology and society, something for that to happen naturally in science is probability of 0. So you have to ask yourself the question, what if? So I hope that relationship gives you some peace. And if not, bro, I got a good feeling you're going to be here longer than 3 years. I know you're tired. I know you're fighting, but I just have to hope and pray that will be the outcome. And I think, you're there too. How are friends? How's friends and family and the ones close to you? Are they handling okay?
Yeah, they seem to be. It's kind of one of those things where the people that are closest in my life, some of them have inevitably pulled back just because they don't know how to handle the situation. Like my life has completely changed now. It's, you know, 7 to 8 doctor's appointments a week, infusions, multiple infusions. Um, and some of them have just pulled back because it's been too much, which, that's fine. I get it. I understand. But family's been good.
What do you need right now more than anything? And please just honestly, what is it? Is it money? Is it support? Is it more time? What is it that you need?
Man, honestly, right now I don't really know. You know, um, time would be awesome. Honestly, you know, but I mean, realistically, it's one of those things where everything plays into it. Financial aspects play into it. Time, all that stuff. It's just one of those things where it is what it is. You got to deal with it as it comes.
Is there something with Xander that you foresee you have to do and you want to do and maybe you haven't been able to, or time hasn't allowed you to be able to? Is there something that you're looking that you want to try to check that box, or do you feel that you've completed that with him?
Well, I mean, there's always boxes that can be checked without a doubt. Like our entire summer, we had this amazing entire summer lined up, and that all got changed. Every single bit of that got thrown out the window. So, it's just, more time with him is the box that I would love to have checked. I can never have enough time with him because, he's growing so fast. I mean, he's 15 now.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
seems like time is just flying.
Yeah. Do you have a GoFundMe right now? I went to your Instagram and took a look, and I saw an older one.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
send?
I do. Yeah.
Is that the one? No, you don't need to send it. We'll find it. Is it on Instagram right now?
It's on Instagram, yeah.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and all the donations we get tonight, we're just gonna go ahead and hand over to you and match them. So whatever the dummies give, we're gonna go ahead and match it, dude. So
Thank you, Matthew. You guys don't have to do that. You realize that, right?
Yeah, we know, but we're trying to get into heaven, so we're gonna do it. You know what I mean? So we have been extremely fortunate, and I can't even begin to tell you how fortunate that these people have kept us going and given us a set and given us life and given us our self-esteem back. I owe them everything, and if I can pay that forward even a little bit, I'm going to do what I can. And it's them. Watch what they do. That's all I'm going to say. Watch what they do. Cause
I
in the
appreciate
next,
you guys. Thank you.
yeah. So dummies, turn it on. Olivia's going to start pumping them in. Let's get this thing going. Let's get it. We'll match it. Whatever you guys give, we're giving too. So we'll pay the taxes on it too, Alan. So you're not going to have to.
Okay.
Don't Unfriend Me. We'll gross it up. Usually that's 40%. You won't have to claim it in any way, shape, or form. We'll pay the taxes and we'll match it. So if it's 1,000,
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's our pleasure, dude. It's the least we can do for you. So everybody, let's get in here and let's help this out. So now that we know, yeah, just watch what they do. Bobby Richardson, 51.99. Fuck cancer. Love you guys. Yeah, we're with you, Bob. So yeah, Chuck, call in 276-200-2105. Chuck Peterson, I'm going to tell you a story before he comes on, and it's not my story to tell, but I've already let him tell it once, so he doesn't get to do it twice.
Your turn now.
Yeah, Chuck is an amazing human being and someone who I would say is a friend, but also father figure. But that's weird because I don't even know if he's older than me. He very well may be. I don't know. And never met him in my life. And he literally, along with all the people you're about to see who are going to donate, has literally changed everything in our lives. And they're just incredible people. And at the end of the show, we now scroll them. And I think we're up to like 350 different people have donated. And that's a lot of people when you think about it and the amount. So this, essentially we did the 20K show and we didn't think it was going to be huge, but Chuck came on. He's like, hey, I want to help and I'll double whatever people donate. And we're like, he's like, put a show together. And I'm like, there's no way we're going to be able to get a show that's going to raise $20,000. Are you freaking kidding me? Hey, Seuss from Rumble, $5, not loaded, but prayers for you. Hey, $5 is huge, man. Thank you. We'll double it.
Thank you.
And basically what happened at that point is he's like, get it together. And then we just started, okay, let's put the show together. And Roseanne Barr checked a box. Laura Logan checked a box. Chris Tonto Peranto, T.S. Dixon. And we had this giant cast of people. Frank Wood, $50. God bless. Thank you, Frankie. Appreciate you. So we hit it and we raised it and people gave money all over the place. And then he called in, he was on the phone, and then he got to tell his story of why. And when he calls in, we'll let him do that. But you know, it was pretty emotional. Now we're in a situation where we're going to be doing a concert and bringing all the dummies out and flying people in here to come and do a massive concert and kind of a reunion together. So these things have a way of working out. Gregory Harrison, I got 5 on it. Thank you, Gregory. So I'm just trying to say, dude, is there are angels. They are real. And even if it's just people's belief and whatever they're thinking or talking to isn't real, they make it real. And I can tell you that there's people who have just literally changed our lives where we feel blessed, like it's God. Amy Bordeaux donated $50. Hearts. Is this Chuck?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can.
I think so.
Okay. All
Try
right.
again.
So,
hey, Alan.
Alan, say hi to
Hey,
Chuck.
Chuck, how are you? Chuck, how are you?
I do not.
Okay, then let me fix it. It's an easy, well, no, it's not an easy fix, but I think I can fix it, and I don't want to get
Tamar Bush donated $10. Thank you,
You take care of
Tamar.
that for me, babe,
Appreciate
okay?
it. Yep.
Let me try to get this audio working here so you guys can hear each other.
I hear Olivia.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. It's Friday.
Why do you sound so pepper when you talk to my wife?
Everyone sounds excited when
All
they
right.
talk to
All right,
me.
Alan, say hi to Chuck. Chuck Allen.
Hey, Chuck, how are you?
Can you guys hear each other?
No.
Chuck, are
Right.
you there?
Nope.
Tina Ford Savage, fuck cancer. God bless your complete healing. $50. Thank you, Tina.
Okay, hold on. I got to figure this out. This is really important. Okay, so speaker is same system as Rodecaster Pro. Oh shit! I'm trying. Okay, so that's not.
I'll wait.
Oh,
by the way, Matt.
Yeah, go.
I'm 67.
Yeah, so you're way older. Holy shit! I'm kidding.
So he's your father figure.
Can you guys hear? Chuck, can you hear? You guys say something real quick. Test 1 2.
Hey, Chuck, how are you?
I'm doing well, and how are you?
Okay, they can hear each other.
I'm doing good, man.
All right.
Good.
So
CJ
Chuck,
Jenkins, God bless you and your family. Thoughts and prayers. $51.99.
All right, now you guys are going to cost me a shitload of money. Okay, so let's slow this the fuck down. Okay. All right, Chucky, go ahead, buddy. You got the con. It's all yours, just like the 20K night.
Okay. I had to, log off the show, so I didn't hear all the preliminary introduction. Alan, I've been battling stage 4 bladder cancer for a year.
I'm sorry.
And yeah, so was I then. I want to talk through the process that I went through, and that I had a lot of anger and depression, and that included, kind of like.
I just want to, Chuck. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but we just got a $500 donation. So,
nice.
Tina Savage wasn't $450.
I thought it was 50.
Olivia was like, "Oh, look, I get new clothes." So, obviously, it was 500.
500. Sorry, Tina. I'm so sorry.
So we're at 723.98. And go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I hope. I'll help you, Matt.
No, you do your thing. I got this. Just you tell your story.
All right. So I turned my back on God. I was pissed. And now I'm not. I find God a blessing. I think God gave me a blessing, because the blessing that God gave me is that I was given, when first diagnosed, 6 months to a year after treatment started, I was given 3 years to 5. The cancer went in remission. It came back, and just like most cancers, when it comes back, it's a little more pissed off and it's a little more aggressive than it was originally. And so I'm down into we don't know how many years kind of thing. And I looked at that and said, you know what? There are many people who perish, leave this world, and they didn't have a trust. They didn't have anything confirmed as far as funerals. They didn't hug the ones in their family close and long enough. And I have been given a blessing because I see the end. And it's made me completely change the priorities in my life. Like telling my wife I love her every day and kissing her and calling my children more. Getting out of my drained job I have, I'm going to retire and I'm going to live the rest of my life in retirement. And I've fortunately can create a bucket list and go travel. And so I'm even planning my funeral on the party that's going to be there, and I'm going to record me singing and
oh God.
I
Everyone,
know.
bring earplugs. Bring earplugs. I'm joking.
So
for all the times. Dude, I'm gonna be up there. I'll be with I'll have like a fucking bottle of whiskey, and trust me, I'll belt it out with you, dude.
There you go.
We'll do it. I'm down.
There you go.
I'm down. By the way, we have right now so far, and I know it's going to be more. Right now, you got $2,000 coming to you.
Oh wow! Thank you guys.
Just
Thank
FYI, and it's going to keep going because anything they can do to make me give money, they're gonna love this. So I'm sitting here going, "What the fuck did I just do?" I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Chuck. Finish up. You're gonna sing and dance and
yeah. And so I mean, I want you to look at it that way. You always you want to hope for the best and plan for the worst, right? And I still have that mentality. I still hope that I survive all this, but the truth is, I'm in a room and I probably won't walk out of it. And the best thing I can do is walk the 4 walls in that room as well as I can and try to make them as long as I can. And I'm happy with that. What do you think, Alan?
Well, I think you've definitely crossed the bridge. You're in a spot I hope to be at someday. Yeah, there's been a lot of anger towards God since this all happened.
Yep. Yep.
I've dealt with a lot of shit in my life, and it just seems like it just keeps getting thrown at me repeatedly and repeatedly, and it's been tough. I will tell you that. But one of the things people have been telling me nonstop since this whole thing started, since I got diagnosed, is I need to fix that relationship with God, which I absolutely understand and I absolutely agree, and I need to, and it's something that I'm actively working on at this point. I've got it's funny, on my laptop I've got 2 separate folders for the funeral and final wishes, and it's sobering sitting there writing about your death. I've reached out to people to speak at my funeral and all that stuff, and they're like, "Are you serious? Really?" I was like, "Well, yeah. I want to make sure that if something happens, that I'm not leaving my son in a position where he doesn't know what's going on. I want to make everything as painless, and that's a rather ironic term, as painless as I can for him through that process."
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get there, but I mean, you're the kind of guy I would want to be, honestly, to be able to get to that point where you're at.
Matt has all my contact information.
Okay.
If you just need someone to call up and talk to, who's, you know, maybe walking next to you in the same shoes, I'm happy to be there for you, and I would encourage it. I think we would help each other as we go through this process. You know, just having someone to talk to, a support person, whatever you want, a friend. Just ask Matt; he'll hand you all that information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely do that without a doubt.
I
Thank
got
you,
his
Chuck. I
address, so
appreciate
you can show up to his doorstep. He'll love that.
Yep.
I'll tell you.
I'll be in Tennessee soon.
Tell you, I can't wait. You're coming up here. If you don't, you're a dick. So here's I'm just going to expand on, give you a story quick. We had no intention of doing this. It didn't even cross my mind, Alan, because I didn't know, right? I didn't know financially where you were at. So just to understand that, there wasn't an intention to do this tonight. We've done things like this before for people. And of course we were going to do something. I didn't know what it was going to be, but we just knew something was going to happen. But today, there's this amazing program that we got invited to. I told you a little bit about that, about Facebook. And it's a guy who specifically knows how to help people through the monetization struggles, where we were making 15 a month. I mean, our lives were changing. I mean, we literally just, things were just right on the path. And then it was taken away like that. And he's going to help us. And the thing about it is, you know, the money that
Thank you,
it
Lord.
cost. Yes. First of all, thank you, everybody, but we can't interrupt people. So thank you. We love you, everybody. You know, we talked to Amy, I talked to Leroy, and I talked to some other people who watched the show. And I said, I just need some advice. Do we do this? Do we make an investment? Do we take a leap of faith? This came to us through Damani, who's an amazing human being. We love him. And he's just been a great partner of ours. And we just keep growing. And do we trust? And, you know, it was expensive. I mean, it was a lot, you know, but it's for the business. And I told Olivia, I said, I don't know why, but this was literally this morning. But last night I said to her, I said, I'm going to wait. I don't know why, but for some reason I got to wait. And I don't think it's a good idea to spend that money right now. And I think we should hold. And I've got some ideas and I'm studying a little bit more, and I'm reading up, and I'm really trying to figure out how to crack this code. And then this morning we have 3 things go viral, and then all of a sudden we gain 1,000 followers and things are starting to click, and we made some money today. And I was like, you know what? Let's go do this thing. And the most amazing thing happened is right after that happened, Alan, I got an email. Olivia will tell you, because I ran out to the car and I told her, and I said, I just got an email from this guy, and it's his birthday, the one who runs this company. And he sent an email and said, hey, every year on my birthday, I give 50% off of our program for word of mouth. And I just thought you would want to know. You had asked last week.
Thank you, Wanda.
So thank you, Wanda. So holy shit, Wanda. Thank you. And so I went, and may God bless you on this journey. Thank you so much. And I love you. And Wanda, you're amazing. I'm not trying to gloss over this, but this is building momentum. So I looked at this email, and then I'm like, okay, well, now I got to find out if this guy's full of shit. Is he a marketer? Is every day his birthday? And this is a third contact email to get my money. So I looked him up, $10, Patricia Luza. Thank you. And it's indeed his birthday this weekend. And he said in the email, we're giving 50% off. So it was $1,000 off of the price. And this is why. It has nothing, there's just no doubt in my mind, Alan, and I'm not a religious man, dude, but I'm telling you, all of those things lining up exactly the right way, the amount of money that we're going to raise tonight, and it's covered because we were going to spend it anyway in my head. And then Chuck's on the phone, and you know, he's going to do something because Chuck always has to outshine me. But Alan, this is why it is. So if anything, you've got 2,500 reasons to find a relationship in the next 3.5 years that I think will give you the time you're looking for. And I hope you, whether you have that with Chuck or whether you have that with God or whether you just have a new outlook, dude, you're loved and we appreciate you. And thank you very, very much for being an inspiration to all of us. So that's all I got.
Yes.
I wish I could say more than thank you, but I don't know what else to say.
Oh, you can
right
fucking
now.
pay me back when you make it big. That's what you can do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm the first. I'm the first money in. I'm the first money out.
How about this, Matthew?
Yeah.
If I'm able to sell Father's Lives Matter, because I don't remember. Did we talk about this last time I was on, the offer that I'd gotten?
You did talk to me a little bit about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a $2 million offer for everything about Father's Lives Matter, from the Instagram to the podcast to all that stuff.
Okay.
And I turned it down.
Yeah.
So if I get something like that again, and I take it, you'll be the first person that I take care of.
I don't want any money. What I want you to do is take that shit, throw it out of your head, because you're too important to too many people. And I want you to get healthy so you can start answering emails again and getting on the show. Lois, $51.99. We're at 1,306, so that's 2612. Hey, Chuck, take us out of here. And I'm kidding. I don't want anything back ever. Not one penny. Don't even. That's not. I know you're kidding, but no, nothing. I want you to get that out of your head. I want you to fucking get healthy. I want you to get better. I want you to have a little breathing room tonight. And I want you to find that peace that you're, and you should take Chuck up on it, because he's one of the best men I've ever known. Best men I've ever known. He's just a good dude. Chuck, take us out of here.
Thank you, Matt. All right. One thing you can say, Alan, is, and cancer sucks, right?
Yeah.
It does. That's okay. And I'm a proud man, and I tell Kathleen that my situation, I don't want a lot of people know about, because I don't want to walk into a room and I'm the guy who has cancer. I've seen that. And the people who hug you immediately just kind of hold back. They give you their care, they accommodate. And, I don't want that. But you know what? There is help amongst your friends.
Yeah.
There's good help.
There is.
I'm out offering mine. So take it gracefully and love it when someone like Matt does what he's doing today. And what I will do as soon as I get off this phone and onto my laptop and make Matt shake in his shoes. And
make me shake.
I love you, man.
Why are you going to make me shake? Why are you threatening?
Because I'm gonna look at Kathleen and I'm gonna say how much, and she's gonna tell me, and I'm gonna give it, and I know it's gonna be a good sized chunk.
Okay, well, that's not going to make me shake. Just understand is that you just need to be conscientious of that. I'm going to lie with some of it so we can go ahead and not literally go bankrupt. I'm going to be like, oh my God, dude, he gave you $500. It's 5,000, but let's just say it's 500. Fuck, no, I'm kidding. We don't karma. There's one thing you never fuck with, and that's karma, folks. Don't do it. You say you're going to do something, right. You do it. You say you're going to give to Travis Mannion each year. And I always keep my receipts, and the reason why is because the last thing you want to do is extort or discredit your honor. Nope, not a big thing for that. Listen, I wanted to say thank you, Alan. Right now it's 13:26. I don't know where we're going to be at the end of this, but everyone's given everything they can. But we always give the final minute, and would love for you to let us know where you're at, and then I'm going to need you to send me your PayPal or your Venmo, please. Yeah. So we can get you taken care of. But please go ahead.
So basically you can find me over on Instagram. It's kind of doubled now as Father's Lives Matter, but I also give all my cancer updates there. So people can follow along. But I went through this weird space where I started losing followers. I lost like 40,000 followers over the course of the summer. Just all of a sudden just started dropping off, and now it's back up. It's been like I gained like 4,000 followers today over on Instagram. So it's going back up, but that's where I'm at. The one thing that I do need to say is I am really struggling to keep up with all the emails and everything that people send me, I get 150 emails a day, or not emails, but direct messages from fathers looking for help and different things. And it's been a real struggle to try and keep up with that. So if you do come over and you send me a message, it's probably going to take me a little bit of time to get back to you, but I'm doing the best that I can.
Melanie Marino, she's a good friend of ours. She does a lot for us. Olivia's going to send her your info. Trust me, she's one you can trust.
Okay.
She's a 976 operator. I call her constantly, so she's fantastic. Her name is Diamond. Her real name, so and it's Diamond from the Diamond Cabaret. Forget it. Nobody knows 976 numbers. I guess that joke did. She's on OnlyFans. There, that makes the joke better.
That's better.
3140. Stay strong, Matt Hollandaise. So she's a great woman, and she knows a lot about cancer and a lot about treatment. She's going to send you some stuff, and I will tell you that it's more than likely going to be beneficial for you because she's a fairly smart lady, except when she challenges me. Otherwise, listen, Alan, I want to say thank you. Hey, Chuck, do you want me to stay on, or do you want to, are you working your magic with Kathleen now, or are you gonna? Holy shit, you guys, I gotta pay the taxes on this stuff too. So I don't know if you guys know what that means, but whatever we make, we have to double it and then take 40%, and that's the tax. So, and I'm fine with it, but I hope we're saving some for the end of the show. No, it's good. It's good. Jeff Honeycutt, we're putting this in right now. So here it is. It's going to drop. This is huge. Jeff Honeycutt just gave $500.
Be right back.
Don't like to lose.
Nice, Jeff.
Yep.
We're up to,
Thank you.
We're up to
Thank you, Jeff.
1864.70. So hey man, either way, this is gonna make a big change for you. Chuck, do you want me to hang, or do you want to stay on, or can I let this guy go, or what are we doing here, Chucky?
I'm really glad I had this chance to talk with Alan. Dude, if you're inundated with emails and all that, Matt has my personal cell phone number, and he has all my stuff, Gmail and all that.
Yes, I do.
So, pick one. And I guarantee you that if I might not take the first one because I won't have you saved in my contacts list, but once you leave a voice message, I will call you right back. And I promise you that anytime you call, I will interrupt my day and speak to you. So other than that, Matt, I'm on my phone, and so I need to go reach my PayPal account, which is in my laptop. You
go take care of that, and we'll keep him on for just a little bit longer, and so you can get your spectacles and your walker and head on over there.
Thank you, sir. Yes, that's true. No wheelchair yet.
Talk to you soon,
Bye,
brother.
Chuck.
We love you, Chuck.
All right, love you guys.
Chuck, thank you so very much. I appreciate you more than you know.
Where can they? By the way, Jeff Honeycutt gave 501. He gave an extra $1. You shorted him $1, Libby. 501. He thought that was very important that he would tell you. Where can they find you? Where can they find your show? Let everybody know.
So basically, it's over on Instagram. I do the podcast on Instagram Live. The podcast will be coming back September 3rd with Mackenzie Dern. She's, I guess, one of the big names in the UFC now in the women's division. She's going to come on the podcast, and we're going to talk about the fact that she has to pay child support and how she doesn't like the fact that she has to pay child support. We're going to have a nice little conversation about that.
That's one I would like to tune into.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that's amazing. We just please let us know when you're ready. And if there's anything you need as far as equipment or anything or any way we can help, please let us know. James Clemens gave $20 worth every penny. That puts us at $1884.70. Chuck has not had a chance to chime in here, and I know he's going to. Just give everyone just a 2-minute overview so we can get Chuck to get to his laptop, and then so everyone can kind of hear. There's a lot of people who are just coming on. We've got about 300 people in network on right now watching. So just let everyone know kind of what happened and what you've been going through over the last little bit.
Yeah. So back in May, I was diagnosed with melanoma, internal melanoma that created, 6 tumors. It was in my neck originally. I had 2 major surgeries on my neck to take it out. They took out over 30 lymph nodes plus the tumors out of my neck. And then it's also migrated to my abdominal wall, which means, in 4 months, most likely it's going to be surgery again. So that'll be my 4th cancer surgery in, under a year. So that's what's going on with me. And it popped up in 8 hours time. I went from nothing to having this big swollen neck that was cancer in 8 hours. So you just don't know.
So when the doctors are giving you the treatment, have they even tried to give you probabilities in any way, shape, or form? Or is it just because it's so aggressive and so foreign and unknown that you don't know what to do?
So the prognosis I got was he thinks that the immunotherapy will work favorably with this cancer. That was the prognosis I got. So, I mean, take it as you will, whatever that means,
Yeah.
With it being stage 3, stage 4 is, not good. So we're just about there. And with it being within the lymph system, that means it's able to migrate to different areas in the body. So it's we're just going to kind of see what happens over the next, couple months and that's kind of where we're at.
Make sure you please come back and I'd like to obviously share the documentary when that releases, and then do your podcast on the 4th, right? September 4th. Is that what he said?
Yeah. September 4th. And Matt, I want to have you on my podcast. We've been talking about doing that.
Sure.
Since you've been so gracious to have me on a couple different times.
Whenever.
I'd love to have you on and talk about your story.
Whenever you want. Just dude, that's a yes, and there is never going to be a no. Just tell me what day, what time, and I'm there, and it's that easy.
Okay, we'll do it.
I want to thank you, Alan, for being on. What we'll do is we'll run a tally, and we'll say when Chuck comes in, we'll kind of slow that down a little bit, and then find out where you're at. Okay, well, hold on. Okay. So Alan, I'm gonna do my damnedest to double this. I promise you, I have all the taxes. Now I really have to look at the numbers, and this is where my word might have to stop at this number right here, because I don't know if I can go much higher. But Chuck just gave $1,000, so
thank you, Chuck.
So our prayers are with you, Alan, from Kathleen, Chuck. So I always keep my word. So we're gonna look, and we're gonna figure out what it's gonna take. But I just want people to understand is $6,000 plus taxes is a lot of money. So we're going to do what we can and figure out what it looks like, but we'll let you know by Monday and what that looks like. But either way, it's an incredible amount of money, and you absolutely deserve every penny. And we're going to do whatever we can.
So very much.
Yeah, dude.
Appreciate you guys. And let me tell you that one last thing. Remember, I told you to mark that for later on.
Oh yeah. Okay. Please.
Okay. So I've been going through doing, the cancer update videos. I do them regularly on my Facebook. I don't do them so often on my Instagram, just because I'm trying to separate, my real life from that particular life. But I went ahead and did an update because I hadn't done one in a while. And in the course of an hour after doing that update, I got 7 different messages from 7 different people that I have never talked to, talking about this cancer and how fast it was and how savage it was. And they were saying, so do you think maybe you've been targeted because of how much you speak up against the family court system? And each one of these messages had some variation of that. And they're not interconnected. The people aren't interconnected. I went through and I did a deep dive, and they don't follow each other, nothing like that. I just thought it was hilarious that I got all those messages within an hour's time span saying the same thing. I don't particularly buy into that. But
No, but funny. you just don't know, and the one thing I know about the U.S. government, if they want to, or something, or there's some, ill-begotten way of some dark nefarious power that does all this type of shit. There's easier ways to get people to insure, but you know what? I think it's this way, is that this might be a test, and it may not come from the corporal plane. This may not come from men. And
I believe you on that one.
It's if tonight doesn't help, I don't know what will. Because when Chuck was talking, or you were telling your story, I just muted the mic and I said, we'll figure it out. Because everything works out, dude. And you know what? What every single person needs to realize out there when you're having a shitty day is you could be in Alan's shoes. And guess what? There's somebody who's going through worse than Alan. And if we all just remember that life gets a little simpler. So, dude, I'm so proud to have you on. It's been an amazing time, and we'll be in contact right after the show if it's okay. We're gonna call and get your information and get you this money.
Matt, if I could tell you one other thing.
Sure.
That,
Well, we got another caller. Can you wait one sec till I get that caller in here? Who's on the phone?
Hey, this is Paul.
Hey, Paul, what's up, buddy?
Hey, if I remember correctly, Alan is in Kalispell, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to offer my help in any way he needs. I live in Lakeside. So, yeah, Alan, if you need any help doing anything, getting anywhere, whatever you need, I've been part of the EMS system for 17 years now. I'm an advanced EMT. If you need any help on that end of things, any way I can help you, man. You're in my neighborhood, so if you need any hands on anything, let me know, man.
Yeah, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that.
Paul hit on Olivia several times and harassed her. And, so he's an ex-boyfriend and he calls into the show all the time. Like you both, I've been stalking my wife for too fucking long. So.
Hey, I thought we established the fact that I did not date Olivia.
Exactly. That was Stacy.
Everybody's a threat.
Well, no, I didn't date Stacy. As much as she wanted.
Everybody's a threat. Paul, that's awesome.
I was not here at that time.
Yeah.
We know. Paul's a good dude.
Paul, reach out and give me your contact info, and I'll forward it on to Alan.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, I would most certainly will.
Thank you, Paul.
Alan,
much appreciated, man.
Certainly, man.
You. Thanks, Paul. Bless you, buddy. Thank you, man. Talk to you soon.
Let you guys go.
All right, man.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, listen, Alan, we're gonna skedaddle, and please, like I said, give me a call. You need anything at all, we're going to call you after the show. We'll get your PayPal information, your Venmo. I'm going to have to move some money from one spot to another. And then once that transfer comes place, we listen, it's a chunk, dude. So we've got people.
That.
No, not about that. It's just that we have money in Venmo and PayPal from people. So we're going to put it all in one pool. And then what you need to do is I'm going to send you a document from the company that it is a gift and that all taxes are paid. So that way, when you won't, but when the IRS and you do your taxes this year, if there's any question of the deposit, which there won't be, but if there is, you can let them know the taxes are paid, which is important because donations are fickle. They're like 40% tax. You don't need that shit. So congratulations.
Absolutely.
We love you, man.
Thank you, guys.
And you got to keep us in touch, okay?
I absolutely will. I'll give you updates.
Talk to you soon.
Tell
Alan.
Xander hello.
Thanks, buddy.
I will do that, Matt and Olivia. Thank you guys very much.
You got it. God bless. Hey, hang in there. God bless.
Will do. Thanks,
all right,
guys.
Buddy. Talk to you. Bye. So Alan Donovan, folks, if you have not followed him, go over to Instagram, do that. He is an amazing human being, good friend of the show. And that feels good. It's important. I wanted to thank everybody who donated. I didn't expect to get that much, and it's a good thing that we did. We're going to reset donations. Liv, I'm going to screenshot this number for you.
I already wrote it down, but yes, screenshot it.
I'm going to screenshot it anyway. Go ahead and reset so we can start over at this point. And see where that takes us.
You guys are awesome. We really appreciate it.
We can't thank you enough. It's an amazing amount of money. And so to let everyone know where it's at right now, it was 2,894, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or 84, I think.
Okay.
I read that correctly.
So 2,884. Okay. So that's 57.68 and then plus 4%. So it's going to be, so that's going to be, wow, 8,000. So that's quite a bit. So that's a huge night for him. So how just so we all understand each other, how Gross Up works is we'll take 40% of that and then we set it aside in the company and pay taxes on it. It's a donation. And because it's a donation that we're giving, we'll get a little tax deduction for that. It's not much. And then we will go ahead and supplement what we're going to try to do is the double. We got to figure out how much we can do. I was totally okay with the 2,000, and when Chuck laid it on us, it's a lot, but we'll figure it out. We're going to work it all out. We will let you guys know. We'll send a receipt. We'll show you how much we're giving to Alan, and every single donation will be represented and taken care of. So it's a cool thing, and it's important. And here's the deal: if $1 to $8,000 somewhere in there helps him find peace, or find some solace, or God, maybe be on the mend, then it's worth it for sure. So what are your thoughts on that whole process? I mean, you've known Alan since you were a kid.
Yeah, we grew up together, went to school together. He's 3 years older than me. So, 3 years ahead of me in school and stuff like that. So it's like when we were in elementary school, we were on different playgrounds and, but one of my really good friends, Stacy, had a massive crush on him. So yeah, we hung out with him a lot when we were freshmen. But yeah, he's a really good guy. Mm-hmm. And, like after high school, especially being in the non-social media age, after high school, it was like you lose contact with everyone, especially me, because I left the state. Well, then, MySpace and Facebook comes around, and you just kind of start clicking the boxes of everyone you went to school with. Well, Al and I were friends on Facebook, and I hadn't really talked to him or done anything until I gave birth to Hayden. And his son Xander was born the day I went into labor with Hayden. So Xander was born on the 21st of May, and I saw that, and something clicked, and we've just kept in touch ever since. And it's just cool to know we have children the exact same age. They're 24 hours apart. And I just always thought that was pretty neat. So I kind of always have an idea what he's going through as a dad. I mean, I know it's different. Teenage boys are totally different than teenage girls, but and then plus with us, not quite what he went through, but we've been there with the whole custody issue with the child. So, he's a really good guy, and it's really sucks. And it's a bummer that he has to go through this, and 3 years is a good goal. And I think I know that in his mind, if he can't make it to 3 years, is Xander going to have to go back to his mom? And I know that right there is a huge fear probably for him.
Yeah.
So
that's got to be huge, scary right there.
But Xander seemed like a really good kid. So
yeah.
I wish him both.
That's what I've seen from his social media.
Mm-hmm.
We just got one more donation, and I just want to let people know that we can no longer match donations. We've eclipsed our capabilities at this point. We didn't expect, I'm sweating a little bit just because I didn't expect that much. But I'm a man of my word, so we're gonna find a way to do that. But after this one, we can't double it anymore. We're gonna have to just let those donations stand alone, and we'll pay the taxes on it. But doubling it up, I can't. Unfortunately, that's too much for us. Unfortunately.
So what do you want me to do with this one?
You have to put it in because
Okay.
we kept our word.
Got it.
So we gotta. I mean, we're at $8,000 right now. So we gotta stop. Can't do any more. That's more than we can possibly give. So we have to stop at this point. And if you guys, the donations will still go to Alan. I just can't double it anymore. Yeah, you have to reset the goal because that's going to go to Alan.
Yeah.
So take that one out too.
So, but thank you, Deborah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's gonna be good for him. It's gonna help him, and that's all that matters. We just gotta figure out how to move some finances around, and
Okay.
we'll make it work.
So as far as donations from this point on, are they all still going to Alan? Or?
If they say Alan, then they'll go to Alan. And if not, then they're gonna go to us. So that's gonna be up to people. So that's not that's not up to me. So people want to go ahead and listen. If it doesn't matter. People want to give to Alan. That's what I'm saying. Whether it's another 30 minutes or not, we have to stop the doubling. We can't, it just got so big so fast. I didn't expect it to get that big. So it's okay. I should have had the courage to say, wait guys, we're getting a little out of hand here, but shit happens. And like I said, we could have cancer, for God's sakes, right? We could literally be trying to figure out what to do with our children. So you got to be thankful God provides and people provide, and who cares? We'll figure it out. I just want to make sure that we know from now on we're good. Cool?
Yes.
So we'll figure it out after the show of moving that to him.
Okay.
And then there's a couple forms we have to fill out for tax purposes, and that's it. And then we'll just give that to Sandy, and she'll figure out the rest. Cool? Okay. Is it in the stone if the custodial parent passes, the child has to go back to the other birth parent? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that question. I would assume that the mother has a right to. Well, it depends on what they do. If like she's blocked from having a child because she's an endangerment to the child.
I would think that no, it would probably go to closest family at that point. But I don't know.
It says yes, unless there are prior arrangements made. If I die, he would go back to his mom. Oh, that's insanity. God, I mean, how do you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can he get married? Does that if Alan, does that impact it? Can we find like some lonely Filipino woman who can help out and marry your ass, and then you can, I don't know. We can adopt. That's just horrible. I mean, you're not going to die, dude. So enough. You're not going to go there. It's not going to happen. So it's not going to happen. Ginger says, I stepped away from a phone call. Well, let's see, Ginger. You stepped away and we raised
almost $3,000.
Almost $3,000, which we said we would double, which is 6, and then gross up the taxes, which is over 8. So yeah, it was awesome. So that's what we're talking about. So Alan is we decided to set the donations for Alan tonight. So we raised a shit ton of money for him, and you guys came through with flying colors. So it's awesome. Alan says it does, yes, sometimes. Because, yeah, you figure if you were married, that would pass on to the spouse, right?
You would think.
Yeah. So, I'm not sure. Why are you sorry, Ginger? I'm not sorry. It's awesome. No, it's great. No, it's a good thing. This isn't a negative thing. It's just, listen, it's money. Everybody figures it out. He needs, if this gives him 5 minutes just to be like, dude, I can breathe,
breathing room,
then we're fine.
We
For the dumb show, and special thanks for what you've done for Alan. Y'all are awesome. Thanks, CJ. That means that's going to help.
I mean, our bills were definitely not this high, but when you went through your back surgery,
oh, they were horrible.
It was $750,000,
and we had no help from anybody. Nobody helped us. No, $750,000. The VA completely abandoned us.
Yeah, we had insurance, but I can tell you that if you pay $5 of a medical bill, they can't send you to collections.
Nope, and we did. And
we did $5, and yeah, they worked with us. They're like, "Can you do more?" And I'm like, "Can you do 100?" I was like, "I can do 25 this month because I've got like 8 other doctors that I'm paying right now."
But we got it paid off.
But we got it paid off slowly but surely.
A lot of people always go, well, geez, where's all that Apple money? You had $750,000 surgery. That's where it goes. It's a lot of money, and it sucks. A lot of it depends on the circumstances and state you're in. She can always contest it, and which is the issue. Can he emancipate himself? And at 15, doesn't he have a choice?
I think in Montana it was 15. 15 is the choice where they can choose which parent to live with. But I never knew the situation if a parent passes away. I don't know that. I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. So I don't care. It's not going to happen. Dude, he looks healthy. He looks tired. He should be tired. He should be tired right now. Wait, what was that?
It was junk.
Okay. He should be tired right now. This is a lot. And he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. And if he's not going to be fine, then I'm going to kick his ass. I can tell you chemo and radiation alone can get in the millions depending on how long and how many rounds. Yeah, Alan Anderson, does not the court reasons for making your custodial parent preclude her from getting Xander back? So here's the thing. They can't not absolutely choose. It's taken into account by the judge, but it's not the main thing. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you, what's the percentage you pay to the doctor?
I don't know.
But as long as you send a certain amount, they can't.
Yeah.
The name of the Instagram site is, I think it's Father's Lives Matter.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to find it right now. I got it. Let me get to it.
I like your new hunter military green on your videos you're posting on Facebook.
You like that?
Yeah, I like.
Good.
That
Let's hope
color.
they make
It's
some.
nice.
Let's hope they make some money on Facebook.
I like that. We need to do our pee break commercial and new trivia. We have new trivia tonight.
God, we can't afford to do anything else. We got to pull the plug. We're out of here. One of my videos posted. All right, we'll do that and take a little reprieve. Listen, I'm transparent. I'm always transparent. It's Fathers Lives Matter. And I'll get you the URL right now. One infusion is $43,000 for me, Chuck says. Jeez. There it is. It's Instagram.com, Fathers Lives Matter. This is a great time to take a break because I am going to, I'm just going to go check the accounts so I can, nervous as a whore in church. Hey, Matt, is there a legit penalty for posting something like this on X? Thanks. Yeah, it's really interesting, Frank. I was going to do a full show tonight, but it got away from us. And it was important. So we're going to cover that a little bit when we get back. $25. God and the dummies will always come through. Thank you. Is this real or AI? I don't know, Patricia. I'm not going to open up a link right now, and I'm sorry about that. I don't want any foreign stuff. I mean, you're trustworthy, but what is it? Let me just, it's Facebook. Okay. If it's phishing, I'm going to pull out of here. Nope, it's not. Trump signs executive order for sovereign wealth. Let's listen.
Howard Lutnick, to begin a process that will hopefully result in the creation of an American sovereign wealth fund.
It's a very exciting event. We're going to have a sovereign wealth fund, which we've never had. We have a lot of things that create wealth and use.
Okay, so you're asking, did Donald Trump create a... Let's find out. So did Donald Trump sign an executive order for a sovereign wealth fund? Yes. And it was on February 3rd, a plan for establishing a United States sovereign wealth fund in order. Funding mechanisms, investment strategies, fund structure, governance model. The directive emphasized the goal for promoting fiscal sustainability, reduce taxes, build long-term economic security, and strengthen U.S. economic leadership. It was covered on the Wall Street Journal and The Garden. So yes, Patricia, it is correct. Okay. Fathers Lives Matter on Facebook. Okay, okay, so here's how it's gonna work. Is his site on Facebook? It's Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram, I gave you the link, and on Facebook, it's Fathers-Lives-Matter. So just put facebook.com/Fathers-Lives-Matter. Olivia's going to get the link for you right now.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so here's the deal. We're going to do our trivia question real quick. A little bit...
What? A little bit different.
Yeah, I know. So a little bit different tonight. Olivia's going to explain it to you because, cool graphics are what we're all about here. So go ahead.
Okay. So what we're doing, as opposed to one trivia question and JD donates $10 in one person's name who's the winner,
Please do this. Please do 6,000 questions right. Please do it.
We are doing a multiple choice. So you're going to get a question with multiple choice. And JD will donate $1 for every correct answer that we get. So through the end of the commercial, you have until then. We will cut it off after that, but he will donate $1 per every correct answer. So all you have to do is put your full name and A, B, C, or D, whatever the answer is. Does everyone understand?
So we need 6,000 submissions starting. Actually, not 6,000. We need like 5,000 submissions. That would be good. So the rules are pretty simple. Chuck, I don't have your cell phone, dude. Do I? I've got your email. And I don't think you actually sent it to me. See if I can find it. No, would you just say, is it? Oh, it is. You're in T Oaks? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. You know I grew up in Ventura, right? I know Thousand Oaks well. Chuck, that is correct, right?
All right.
All right, I got you now. Chuck Pederast. No, that is not the name I was looking for. Sorry, Chuck. I'm going to fix that right now so the FBI doesn't visit my house and think I was on the Epstein list.
All right, so here's Alan's Facebook Fathers Lives Matter page link.
Okay, almost done, guys. I'm going to play it real quick. Hold on. Just bear with me. Oh, there it is. Oh, you're in Moore Park. That's right. Okay. Create new contact. Add phone. Paste. Done. Save. Done. And this one is deleted. Okay, I got you. Can you leave the question and choices up for the entire commercial? No, I can't. Mr. Hollandaise donated $41.69. Thanks for always doing what you guys do. Truly humbled after listening. Oh man, no problem. I know we talked on the phone a couple days ago, but unless somebody sends me their contact information, I don't add them. I get weirded out by that. I feel like it's an invasion of privacy. So like someone has to go like, hey man, here's my contact. And so I got it now. Trust me, the message I'm going to send you after this, I got it. Fucking serious. You could have warned me, dude. You'd be like,
right.
Hey Matt, guess what? I'm about to send $1,000.
All right, so Paul, Melanie, and now we got Chuck. Send me your contact info and I will forward it on to Alan.
All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Question's going to be up for like 35 seconds. Trust me, guys, it's long enough, okay? Long enough. Kill the kitty. All right, last one. Oh, no, that was funny, Matt. I know, but that's what I'm fucking saying. Seriously? It's like, hey, Matt, heads up, dude. You might want to not double up. You know, just so completely going to bend you over the fucking table and right in there.
I was going to say, you need to say that in a Bill Clinton voice.
I just sitting under the desk and Monica went ahead and put in the whole fist. And my God, it definitely felt something bigger than a chocolate chip cookie. I swear to God, it felt like
a cigar.
Felt like no.
Bigger than a cigar?
No, we only had one cigar, and Monica was holding that for me.
Oh my God!
It actually felt like a saxophone. It was fantastic. All right, here we go. Here's the video, and you guys won't need any more help, but we glammed it up a little bit. Take a watch.
Music. The famous Native American Pocahontas was a member of what Virginia tribe? A. Sioux. B. Blackfoot. C. Powhatan. D. Dumb Nation.
I think it's D. 276-200-2105. That is the phone number. Send it in. The dumb question of the night. The famous Native American Pocahontas was a member of what Virginia tribe?
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations, but after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar.
Oh my God, people, what's wrong with you?
D. Who answered D?
We need to raise money. What are you doing?
Who answered
You're the reason
D?
we can keep calling out the BS and bringing color back to the world going gray.
If you want to help, we take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking. I can't do it. I can't untighten
That's
it.
what she said.
That's what she's. Oof. Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound
Ugh.
it. Pound. Good
Child
for you.
got 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
You know this is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm gonna punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something.
There's no
honest.
but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old? Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
He's so much better than you at everything.
Better than
Hayden, he's just like, even, it's just, go ahead, Hayden.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored.
That's a wrap. Well done, Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But I'm gonna owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh yeah, cut it.
Baby shark doo 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 doo.
Yes. Thank you, Dumb Nation, for all of your support. Olivia's back from the toity. Yes, we are in this. We are in the circle of trust. You don't have to trust that hard. A lot of people got this wrong. Holy crap!
Okay, here's the thing. If I'm going to tell you something, we asked the kids this at dinner.
They
Ethan
knew it.
answered in a half a second correctly.
Okay.
If our 12-year-old can answer this,
So there would have been a lot of people who had a chance to win, but considering that we did not start off right, Sandra B, which was what, Blackfoot?
yeah,
You remember? Seriously,
yes, it was Blackfoot.
Blackfoot. Okay, we'll add music to that. I'll add trivia music. Nope. Scotty Bix D, Dumb Nation. No, sir. This person got it right. So from here, I will start doing. Okay, there it is. Okay, top 5, and then I'm going to go through how many people guessed correctly. The Real Outlaw got it correct. Carrie Spricks, who's I think been in the top 5 every night this week.
Mm-hmm.
Mattress Mac Ford, Mattress Mac from Houston. If it's Jim McInville, Jim, you're a billionaire. So
Mattress. I don't. He's not Mattress Mac Ford, as far as I know.
no,
He's just Mattress Mac.
he's Jim McInville, but
Yeah.
from Houston. But I'm just saying, Mattress Mac. You've seen our giving, and I called you at Flags of Valor and asked you to carry our flags, and you said no. So if that's you, just saying, dude, I don't want your money. Tina Savage came in and got it absolutely correct. And then the number 1 tonight is Mr. Jeff Oliphant with the correct answer of Blackfoot C. So
No, Powhatan is her.
Or Powhatan, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm tired. Why didn't you put it in?
Oh, because I haven't gotten that. We don't know how many. He's going to donate $1 per
Oh,
every
I see.
correct
So it's
answer.
different tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just, my mind is somewhere else. I think you know. Just a little bit right now.
Yes.
So Jeff Oliphant got the correct answer. So there's the correction. Now we need to figure out how many people got it right. Okay. I wasn't too excited on the first 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going slow.
Okay.
12, 13, 14, 6. Amy Bordeaux, the only one you didn't guess. So 14.
14.
14 is the answer. So 14. the text line broke because there were, well, that's what I was going to say. It's like 14 and 6,000. Yeah, so 14. So that's what it is. So congratulate. That was the biggest I think people like that more. They were easier to see the question. They're getting used to it. So every night while I add music to it, I'm going to change the question. It'll be in that beautiful. That was right. It was easy to see and read, right?
Yeah.
Everyone could see it.
Yeah. I think the only thing is having the question up longer, still sticking it up on the commercial.
No, because it covers the commercial and the commercial. Liv.
Got it.
We now more than ever, we've got to raise money. Sorry. We can't distract from the fundraising because we got to pay for the show. Especially tonight. So we can't leave that up and just because people aren't watching the commercial, they're watching the question. So they get 35. If you can't figure it out in 35 seconds, then no. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be about winning, right?
Yes.
All right. Damn, I got to be faster, Outlaw says. All right. So listen, we're not going to be on much longer. We've got some things to do tonight. We are accepting donations though. And want to let you know we've raised for Alan Donovan, what was
2,965
times 2.
So
about $6,000 plus gross up. So he is an amazing human being, deserves every effing penny. And we're really excited for him, and we know he's going to be good. We know he's going to be okay. That's important to us. We want to see him continue to do great work, and it's hard for me to think that God doesn't have a plan for him because he's given back to so many fathers, and he's such an inspiration. So we're really excited for him. Here is what was the answer? The answer was Powhatan, or
whatever how you pronounce it.
Powhatans. It was C. Okay, so I'm just going to go and do a quick, we only got about 15 minutes, and then we got to go. Democrats officially defeat entire special session. The Democrats came back to Texas. They faced absolutely no consequences for anything. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Shit. Kaputs. They had arrest warrants. They're still got their seats, so they were able to leave. They're not even, my understanding is that the fines aren't even going to carry. Thank you so much, JD. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. That means a great deal. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. I just want to, like, the way I just want to get the money and send it and just want to fulfill my obligation. I don't feel good having that much money in my account for that. So I just want to get it out of here. Get out of sight, out of mind. So it's stressful for me. My anxiety is like through the roof right now. So that's why I'm acting weird. It's not because I'm scared of the money. It's when I owe something, I don't like it. I don't like to owe anything. So I'm kind of like, just want to get it out now and just send it out. So here's a video. This is Brian Harrison, legislator, and who is apologizing for Texas because this is insanity. They weren't held accountable. Nothing was done. Here it is.
Howdy neighbors, Brian Harrison here, walking out of the Capitol here in Austin with just a quick update. Just walked off the floor, and guys, it's official. The first special session is over. The Democrats have won. They were able to thwart the Republican priorities, every single one of them. That includes redistricting, that includes property tax relief, and because of the weak, effectively non-response, I would argue assistance, of the supposedly Republican leadership, in particular in the Texas House, the Democrats have allowed them to do something even bigger than just thwarting the items that were on the agenda for special session. They have been able to move around the country freely without arrests to galvanize national public support against our very urgently needed redistricting efforts. And so the bottom line is this. The Democrats have won. They wiped the floor, in fact, with the Republican elected leadership in the state of Texas, who has exacted exactly zero punishments on even a single one of these rogue Democrats, despite all the promises to vacate their seats and arrest them. There have been zero Democrats with their seats vacated. There have been zero Democrats arrested. Not one Democrat's been pulled off a single committee. Not one Democrat committee chairman, yes, Democrats chair committees in Texas, has lost their chairmanships. Not one Democrat has had their seniority taken off. Not one Democrat has had the governor, speaker, or lieutenant governor pledge to kill their legislation. Guys, I'm sorry. You deserve and you demand results and actions. You elected President Trump in a 14-point landslide. You want bold Republican leadership. You deserve bold Republican leadership, but you are not getting that. You are getting weak fecklessness, and I'm sick and tired of Texas Democrats fighting harder for the future of our state and our nation than Texas Republicans. So, very bad update. Special session 1 is in the tank. We'll probably have another special session called today, and I will keep you posted. I wish I had a better update, but I'll keep you informed. It's an honor to fight for your freedom and liberty. God bless you. God bless.
Wow.
That's just really sad that nothing has happened. All of that hoopla.
Mel says the Help Matt Fund. Yeah, I'm not complaining. Like, this is one of those nights where I'm like, okay, that's fine. Thank you. Listen, you guys need to understand something. I wouldn't have made the offer unless I was okay. A lot of this is just, can you explain me so people understand?
Yes. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Keep up the
Jeff.
good work.
Thank you, Jeff. Just be honest. Explain what I said to you. It's okay. Be honest.
Hang on. Sorry. Answering something.
Don't. Stop answering something.
You looked at me and said, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to be this much. And I think right now is, no, we didn't know it was going to be that much. And you know what? We love you guys for it. We appreciate it. Mm-hmm. And couldn't happen to a better guy.
Right. But now I'm in dad mode and lover mode and husband mode and protection mode. And I just need to see the number so I can go and send so I feel better.
Because we also have a trip planned in 2 weeks. So most of it's been paid for.
No, that's not it. That's your worry. That's not mine. My worry is that I'm the protector of this family and the provider for the family. So I just want to see that number and send it and get it done so I know where we're at. That's all. So it's just my psychosis. It's the way that I work. I'm just that guy. So in no way, shape, or form does this put a harm on us or a pressure on us. It's just a matter of knowing what that number is so I can get it out the door and start going, okay, now how do we make it back? Because that's it. It's on to the next thing. We got a big concert coming up, right? Amy Bordeaux, 2110. Thanks. So it's playing all those things in our head, right? So it's how do we do it? I knew you guys were going to blow it out the water. I just didn't know that you were going to literally send in a nuke. Brian donated $10.80 for the show. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Seriously, stop. Because I'm getting messages. That's why I'm addressing it. People are sending me texts. I'm like, Matt, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's a lot of money. We didn't expect it. It's awesome. It's exciting. But when you make a commitment like that, you want to go check this is the best way to describe it. You're a pilot. And everybody's like, oh my God, we got to get to this island. We got 20 passengers who are going to miss the wedding of their daughter and son. And I'm like, I got it. I'll fly you there. No problem. We've got this. Let's go. And you're flying. And then one of the families go, well, can we stop and get my dress? And you're like, sure. And you go down to the island and you go drop them off, get a dress, and you get back up and they go, oh, I forgot my cameo that my great grandmother wore at her wedding. I was supposed, okay, well, we'll go get that. So we go get that. And then literally it's like, well, I need to go here. And everybody raises their hand. You're like, oh shit. And you're flying and you're like, you look over at your co-pilot. You're like, hey, are we going to have enough fuel? Are we going to crash? So I want to check the fuel. I want to make sure I'm not on bingo. Does that make sense? Liv, you gotta help me. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Thanks for being my co-partner, my co-pilot, not like literally playing Scrabble while I'm telling the story about flying the plane. Next, here's what it comes down to. They're going to have another special session. They couldn't get quorum. We knew this was going to happen, but this is the problem with the Democrats. This is what they do. Is that they go and throw a temper tantrum, and Republicans have no Thank you, anonymous donated 100. I know who you are.
Thank you.
Stop hitting on my wife. I know who you are.
I see you.
I'm
watching you.
It very well may get pushed through. It may not be done. Governor's going to push back. Abbott's going to challenge them to go ahead and do this again. But you lost all your momentum. You should have held them in contempt. You should have had a special session. You should have forced them to come back. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tamar, Tamar's like, I was worried that somebody was going to give $10K. That's what I was freaking out about. because then there's a point where it's like, Olivia will tell you, if someone would have done 10K, what would I have done?
You would have done it.
That's the problem, is that once I put my word on something, I'll do it. And that's what I was sweating. I was like,
plus
shit.
Chuck said he was going to donate. We're like, oh.
Right. I was like, fuck, do you want me to wait or do you want me? So that's, listen, I only know how to be honest. We're not rich people. So it was stressful. Luckily we're in a spot where I think everything's going to be fine. But if someone would have done that, then I would have shat my pants. Like I would have been like, oh God, fuck, we're going to empty out the bank account. So there's that. Okay. Donations are great gifts, but great Uncle Sam wants his half. Oh no. Yeah. They want 40%. 40% of that has to, and that's okay because I don't want Alan paying a fucking dime. I don't want him paying anything for that. No, it's fine. It's just, listen, I should have known. You throw a challenge out to the dumb nation, they're going to take care of it. And Alan's a good dude. And you know what? I was like 2,000 plus gross up. No problem. We got this. I looked over at Olivia. I'm like, no problem. That's the least we can do. And then, Chuck came in and landed the plane right on top of my head. The dummies guy, I know you guys will. I'm not worried. Okay. It's not about the money. It's about my obligation to my family. That's all. You should have put a cap on how high you would go. In retrospect, maybe a good idea, but honestly, we're going to be fine. I'm excited about it. Let's do this. Where'd you go? Just left. Olivia just left. I guess we'll wait. I guess she had to go to the bathroom. JD, that donation was incredible. You're amazing. And everyone's amazing. And we thank you so very, very much. And don't just, you guys don't know how my mind works. I work differently than most people. Like, well, Chuck will tell you. Chuck can tell. I don't know where the fuck Chuck went. But Chuck will tell you, I work fast, and someone gives me a task and I'm right on it, and I go to work on it and I push it, and I've always been that way, and I don't procrastinate.
That's how we got the studio done in a month.
That's how we got the studio. She's landing the plane. It's right, Mel. She is. She's going to land the plane tonight. I'll tell you that much. We're going to do a refueling session. My KC-110 is going to go right into her fuel injector for sure. How are you not listening to what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get, I'm not.
I just said I'm going to fly my KC-110 into your fuel injector, and you're like, dirt.
Oh.
I work differently than most people. I like when I get, like the concert thing, once I committed to it, like I told Brandon from Still Point, Brandon called and he's like, hey, when are we going to know? I'm like, I don't know. But I'll tell you the day I know and I'm ready to go. And like, I called him and I'm like, okay, let's rock and roll. And he's like, holy shit. And that's what it's like is there's no time for procrastination. So the way my mind works, just to give you guys an idea, is like I have everything planned out. Like I have goals. And when it comes to finances or it comes to booking on shows is I don't keep a calendar. Olivia will tell you, I don't keep an agenda. I don't keep notes. It's all in my head. Everything. I don't write anything down. Liv?
No. Nothing.
I
have to write everything down because if it's not written down, I freaking forget everything.
Yeah. So that's what it's all about, you know? So if something goes out of sorts, it messes with my calendar, something I don't expect. And I used to get freaked out. Like Olivia Todd, I would yell or I would get scared. Now I get on track and I'm like, let's rock and roll. Let's figure this out. But tonight we did an amazing thing and everyone pitched in. And there was a time that giving Damani Felder $500 was like life-changing, you know? It was hard for us to do it that night and we did it. And tonight is going to be I can't wait until we can give $100,000 to somebody. Do you know how bad we want to do that? Do you know how bad we want to give back? Because we know when we put it back into the ether, it comes back tenfold, and it gives us the ability to do more. This is exactly the same thing. It's never about the money. It's about the security and making sure that we're safe. And as long as we are, I don't care. We've been rich and we've been poor. And it's exactly the same as long as we have each other.
We've gotten through everything together.
I truly mean that. I truly do. So JD goes, I got nervous for a minute for you, then me. I was like, wait, how many people really watching after all that feel-good show? There's a shit ton of people watching. So listen.
Just apparently not many of them know the answer.
Seriously.
Okay. For everyone that actually answered and got it wrong, my 12-year-old got it in a half a second.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know. And I love him. But he's not the sharpest knife in the shed.
True. Ethan is he's watching this and he's going to get mad at you.
He is. That's why I said it. Because
he
told me he's watching it.
He's going to get mad at you. So here's another video. Sean Spicer was on with, I don't know who this yokel is. His name is Mark Halperin. He predicts Trump will do something with Putin today. And I'm letting you know that this is not going to happen. Here it is. Watch this. Where is Chuck?
He poofed into the ether.
Does he think I'm mad at him or something?
No.
You better call him and tell him to get his shit together. Here is the prediction. Enjoy this, people. Enjoy this.
This question, a serious question. What's the % chance that the United States arrests Putin today? That's what I'm looking for. Dan, what's the % chance they arrest him as a war criminal? Zero. Sean?
0.
Okay, when it happens, we'll post this moment. And I'll just say before we take your questions, we two-way tonight is on the 2028.
Wait, do you disagree? Yeah. Do you disagree?
Oh no, I think they're going to arrest him. I think that's the whole thing is to trick him to come into the U.S. and going to arrest him. He's a war criminal.
That he is. But...
Yeah. So let's see. But we may.
Yeah. Anyway.
If that were to happen, no other foreign leader would ever step foot in this country again.
There would be no United States left. If you kidnap a foreign leader, you will see nuclear warheads hit the United States.
Yeah, that's just the dumbest. Who is that guy? That is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
If you take Putin, the East Coast, the Eastern Seaboard would be flattened by nukes.
No more dumb show.
I have absolute under 100% confirmation that there were bear foxtrots that accompanied the Russian presidential plane, that there were Kilo submarines off the coast, all the way from Bangor, Washington, all the way up in Bremerton. There were Boomer class. So you had Akula class submarines, and you also had a couple of other nondescript, and then nuclear submarines too on the East Coast and West Coast that were all tracked by our SONAS nets. If they arrest Putin, it's World War III. I don't think people understand. And the standing order that Putin gave is, anything happens to me, rain fire on the United States. And that's what would have happened. This guy is Politburo. He's KGB. He wants to bring back the Iron Curtain. And there are people like the Krasenstein brothers.
My point is, we may do a special
that are, listen, I don't like Putin. I don't like Putin at all. And the Krasenstein brothers, these cowards, have deleted it off their account because it's what they fucking do. They get clickbait, but I took screenshots. Because screw them. That's why.
You have to with all these guys because they will end up deleting their shit.
Yeah. I think I took a screenshot. Maybe I didn't. Yes, I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. There it is. This is what they posted. They should have had snipers in Anchorage, Alaska, ready to take him out as soon as he shrugged. Then his brother made a comment that they said, yeah, for both of them. These are the Krasensteins. Listen, these are the Krasensteins who sucked Elon Musk dry before the election and tried to seem impartial. These two pricks are two of the worst people on the planet, especially from the left. They are paid for by the DNC. They are complete shills. They are grifters. They stole $500,000 in a Ponzi scheme, had to give it back. They had federal government investigating them. And in order to buy their little Napoleon-esque fucking asses, they're midgets, by the way, out of trouble, they had to give $500,000 back to the U.S. government so the charges would be dropped. So this is the Krasensteins. And honestly, I hope Secret Service is up their ass. Now, do I think Putin should be knocked off? Yes. Do I think if Putin went back to Russia and had a heart attack, that would be a bad thing? Nope. I think it'd be a great thing. I think you're going to get even more of a hard liner than you currently have right now. But see, Donald Trump is not stupid. He understands that flattery is what Putin loves. He's a man of power, and he is working him to an ends to a means. Here's something else that took place. I showed this video. We had it early. And the thing you also understand, and you don't have to like Vladimir Putin, because we certainly don't. But he brought hundreds of CEOs and business executives with him on a private plane to discuss getting back into the world economy. Now, do I like Russia? No. Do I consider them to be an enemy of the United States? Yes. Do I think it would behoove us to have them very, very close to the vest and allow them to be a trade partner and watch where their money goes and ensure that we get them invested into the U.S. economy so they have an active interest to not try to subvert and to destroy the American economy and the influence that we have on the geopolitical stage? Sure, because that's what we did with China. China doesn't want to hurt the United States when it comes to the economy because they have a shit ton of money invested in the United States. And having more countries invested into the American dollar and our country is a good thing. So they brought hundreds of investors into the fold. Watch this. Sorry.
We know that the Russians brought along a huge delegation. It includes possibly hundreds of Russian businessmen who want to capitalize on whatever comes out of this and potentially seize on opportunities to strengthen economic ties and get around some of the sanctions that have been keeping Russia's economy down, looking to sort of enjoin the two economies and bring Russia back into the world economy. That might be out of the question if President Trump does not get what he wants out of this meeting, which is to be a ceasefire. He told reporters on Air Force One he's going to be very unhappy if he doesn't get one today. And he has repeatedly threatened severe consequences, including those secondary sanctions. We know that the Russians brought along a huge delegation. It includes possibly hundreds.
That is a giant sign
of
that Putin understands what the sanctions will do to his country, is stepping back and doing what he can to try to have a ceasefire. I think the biggest thing is that he wants to save face. This is what Donald Trump did, which was just an expert move. Folks, I don't think you understand how huge this is.
Do we get to see? I heard he ducked or he
No, yeah, you'll see it. Did you just put a donation in?
No.
Okay. Yeah, folks, we're still donating. I know the number looks huge, but just to let you know, we had Alan Donovan from Fathers Lives Matters, and we are grossing up his taxes. We raised over $3,000. We're doubling it to $6,000, and then plus $2,000 in taxes. So if you're interested in donating, that helps the Don't Unfriend Me show. That's where it's going to go tonight. We're fine with it, but that's why the goal is a little bit higher than you usually see. We're not overdriving. We're just, people are helping as much as they can. So if you're willing to help, please let us know. You don't have to. It's 100% taken care of by us. But
like, share, and follow.
Yep, like, share, and follow. You don't have to give, but if you want to, we'd appreciate it. Here's the video. Okay, so can I show you guys something? I want you to look at the position of the plane. Can you see that, Liv?
Yes.
Okay. So 45 degrees would roughly be like this.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got about a 17 to 20 degree angle if the horizon is 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now you are seeing these planes doing on a bombing run, which is pretty typical, which is to come in at a slight angle and lower the profile of the fuselage and the planes. And right before you get over target is to level out flat. This is pretty standard. So when you take a look and see that these planes are coming in based upon not being absolutely parallel with the horizon, but at a slight angle, this is how you go into a turn on target. You don't fly straight into it because that makes you easier for AAA. Now a B-2 and these fighters are never going to bomb at this level. But this is similar to a bombing formation that you would see or you would see coming over a stadium game or something to that effect. But if you look at a stadium game, they're all flying straight on. Straight line. But in this case, this sends a very clear message that they're coming in at a slight angle and then they're going to level off to target. And this is what you would see for low altitude bombing runs. This is exactly like that. If you look, they're coming in at that angle. And then once they get over target, they'll level out, drop ordnance, and then peel off. Okay? That is standard. I want you to look at the way these planes come in. Not like a Super Bowl game. You've never seen them like this. They're not doing a Super Bowl run. This is a very clear and intentional message to Putin, who sees the planes, and watch this. Level off. Right over target. So they are in a slight bank, turn, level up, and they're still slightly 3 degrees off dead center. But watch that again. And another thing
I wonder what Trump said right there.
Well, let me explain what it also does. It also does the Doppler effect. By slightly tilting your turbines away from your target, sound doesn't necessarily travel at the same distance. The moment that you turn straight on, the Doppler effect takes place, and the sound wave is actually going to be right below and around the jets. So if you listen to the jets, they're coming in and you can hear them. But man, when they lay down and lay flat right over target, man, they scream. It's a very clear, hey, that's the one that bombed Iran. I guarantee that's what he said. Hey, don't worry, that's the one we hit Iran with. Watch it again. Wait a second. Bonnie says, your words are over your pictures. Can't see you or the aircrafts or visitors.
Oh, she probably has captions on.
Yeah,
on
I don't. Those aren't my words. Those are Facebook or something. Yeah, you can turn those off. Yeah, but. So the thing is that there's a row of F-35s there. So when they're leaving the base, all those F-35 fighters are right there. Now, I'm not going to go into how many fighters are there, but I'm going to tell you that that's not standard to have all of those fighters there.
I just put in a donation. It didn't pop up.
Chuck, you didn't have to do that, dude.
He said, here's my 40%. Is what he said.
Chuck, you didn't need to do that. Thank you, Chuck. Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Thank you. But if you take a look when he's leaving, he gets to see that these are literally 120 miles away from Russian soil. Ready to go. That's pretty ominous. What you need to understand is right there alone, there's billions of dollars just sitting there. Billions. Then
what's with the red looks like ribbons off the front?
Yeah, it's for the non-flight ready. So they're in a stasis. They're covers for intakes gun ports, things like that, so you don't allow any moisture to get into the aircraft, any debris or anything like that.
Got it.
So then you've got Apaches sitting right there. And if you understand the cost of an F-35, right there you see what? 25 and then 4 in the sky, you know? And those F-35s are $100 million a piece. So right there is $3 billion in aircraft. My Don't Unfriend Me logo. I don't understand. The Don't Unfriend Me logos are in the top left of the screen. They're not over anything. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Bonnie. I don't get it. What's happening? So these logos shouldn't be over anything. They're up in a corner. And if something's covering it, it's not covering the video. Anyway, the message is clear. Is right here the entire functional cost of the Russian military defense budget is literally right here. Do you understand? Their budget is a scintilla.
This was basically...
Yes, very clear message.
Look at this. Our military is bigger than yours. And considering that he came here to ask for a ceasefire, and this is how when Putin landed, this is what he saw. That is definitely a very clear message to Putin.
Right.
It says, don't mess with us.
Let me give you an example. So you've got the stealth bomber. You've got 25 F-35s, 4 up in the air. That's 30. You've got a $75 million B-2. You've got these Apaches that are probably, I don't know, 20 mil a piece. Let me just find out.
Did they fly Putin's car over here? Because that's
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. And the fact is that he got into the beast.
Yeah.
And no foreign leader that I know of has ever gotten into the beast. That's incredible. 13.9, they've gone down.
So 13.9 bill?
No, for those choppers.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're 52 million per unit.
Okay.
So they're 52 million. So you've got, I don't know, 10 there.
It's a really expensive car.
That's a half. I don't care about the car.
I said that's a really expensive. I was talking about the helicopter. I was trying to be funny.
$500 million. So you're looking at $108 billion a year is what Russia spends. On what was just in the sky and on this tarmac, it represents 10% of their annual budget on one base. I just don't think you guys understand the message that this sends. It is a giant fuck you. And a few of these F-35s were flown in. Trust me when I say this. But you also have Apaches there, which are huge for ground support, which are tank killers. Apaches literally eat tanks for breakfast, and they also eat any type of mechanized infantry, but also they're pretty damn good for air support for infantry, and they're good hunter killers on other groups, and they're also good RPG killers too, because Apaches can stay out of range for RPGs and hit them from distance. So Apaches are amazing choppers. They're not like the Hind, they're not beefy, but they're amazing. Russia did have subs close by. I absolutely 100% know that for sure. Subs were in the Bremerton area in the Pacific and Alaska, above Puget Sound. Yes. But this is a very clear message. Okay?
Mm-hmm. I think it's fantastic.
Yep. And you're right, Mel. See those covers on there? Those are light resistance. So you can't take photographs or see into those because they're photoresistant.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. They will refract image. They're very similar to a license plate that you see people put that film over that refracts light. Makes it very difficult to see in. And those Apaches those AH-64s are upgraded, by the way. Those are the latest Apaches. So those are 56 million a piece. They're very expensive. Older Apaches are 13.5 to 20 million, but those are 56.
How many bases does Russia have?
Oh, a shit ton, a metric shit ton. But the problem is that they're spread thin because their aircraft is obsolete. Their bombers are obsolete. Their technology is obsolete. But just air bases alone, oh my God, just that are hitting Ukraine. There's like 37 air bases that are hitting Ukraine on any given basis. I'll find out. It's a good question. I don't even know where they're at now, because they're not just in Russia. They're all over the world. Yep. It's a lot. It's a lot. So at least 21 significant bases across Europe, Asia, and Africa from a military standpoint. They have several forward operating bases that are hitting in Ukraine that are essentially, 30 to 40 airfields that they can hit, but actual forward operating bases or military established bases, you're looking at 27 plus naval, Petropavlovsk, Severomorsk, Polyarny Inlet, Vladivostok. Yeah. But when you want to take a look at the United States, now this is, and the thing is that people just don't understand the military presence on how many bases they have worldwide. It is incredible. It's over 750 military installations in 80 countries. 750 military installations from the U.S. So even if you wanted to kill the United States, you would have to go to war with multiple continents. You may get us in CENTCOM, or you might get us in US PAC, but you might hit SAC NORAD. But you're not going to take out all of us. And you're going to have a war independently on every single continent. So the moment that you strike, we're going to hit you from 17 different angles. The military might of the United States, there's nothing even close. Now, the one thing that Russia has is a lot of nukes. That's the thing that they have. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is really interesting. This is the beast. So I can say this now. I couldn't say it then. I won't go into specifics. I have a family member that used to fly the beast around for the President of the United States. It's actually President Obama. And he flew C-17s, and he would fly the beast, and there's multiple versions. But he would fly all the Secret Service vehicles. He would fly the beast and several other vehicles, and he was in the Air Force. This thing's incredible. It's got like a NASCAR engine in it. And it's built like a tank, and it weighs like a tank, and it would take a missile to hit that thing and kill it. It's hermetically sealed, so it's got an independent exhaust system and filter. It's an incredible.
How much do you think it costs?
That? The beast?
Mm-hmm. And how much do you think it weighs?
Based on what's in it, because there's also weapon systems in it. It's got the tires can't deflate.
That's cool.
Right. There are no weak points in the doors. The glass is all 100% bomb-proof and bulletproof. The chassis is a certain type of metal that if you use your mind, you'll figure it out. It is the closest thing to indestructible as possible. It would be like hitting the side of a mountain you need something like that can penetrate. That's moving at, like a hypersonic missile hits that thing. Okay, you're toast. But it's going to take a giant amount of force and explosive force and penetrating force to hit that thing, and you would have to hit it dead on target.
How much do you think it weighs?
I think I know this. Let's see. So a 2-ton, 3-ton, I don't know, 4.5, 5. The cost of the beast is $1.5 to $1.6 million. The entire fleet is worth 15 to 20,000 pounds. So 6.5, 7 tons on the low end, depending upon what's on the back end, up to 20,000 pounds. So 10 tons to 7 tons.
It's a lot of weight.
Yeah. Armor includes 8-inch doors with aircraft-grade materials. Tires are Kevlar reinforced, run flat tires on steel rims. Can withstand chemical, biological, and ballistic attacks. Equipped with oxygen supply, firefighting, halon. It's got 2. It's got an AFF triple for outside, and it also can do internal, which is insane. So it doesn't use halon internal. It uses AFFF, aqueous free-forming foam. It's got its own communications. It's got internal communications, its own individual power source. Fuel tank is explosive resistant. And I can't go into too much detail, but there is one thing that it does. Okay, so you ready for this? You guys
Yes, I'm ready.
So you guys always see these SUVs that go alongside of it? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Those are synchronized with the Beast, and they can run decoy, all in proximity to the car by itself. So if there is a threat that's indicated by its own individual radar, it also has anti-drone capability. It doesn't have it in this version, but usually you'll see a very large an array on top of it that is to jam frequencies with electronic countermeasures of any drones that get within proximity. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
And if any of those drones get within proximity, every one of those vehicles will be taken over by that main unit. They will surround it. They will run decoy and intercept any type of offensive system. They will go into an ECM, electronic countermeasure, and protection mode on the Beast.
Got it.
So can you imagine that? You're sitting there, all of a sudden your vehicle gets taken over, and you're like, fuck, I'm going to die. But that's your job, to protect the president. The thing's state of the art, and it's fast. And when I say it's fast, it's fast. I got to hear the Beast open up one time at Joint Base Andrew. And that is when I had an opportunity to go and see Air Force One. And the security detail was there. And although the president wasn't there, Beast was loading onto a 17. And I got to hear that thing come around a corner and open up. And it's badass.
When did it get the nickname the Beast? Is that something Trump gave it, or has it had that nickname
I
for a
think
while?
that's when they changed it from the Cadillac limos and they made this Cadillac, which is a more modern day Cadillac. That's when the name of the Beast came. And I think that was probably 2015 under Obama or somewhere around there is when the etymology of that comes around. Let me see if I can find it. Huh. New fleet was delivered in 2018, replacing the Obama era. It is a Cadillac. And the name came about, it was under Bush, actually. I was wrong. It wasn't Obama. In the 2009, this is when the older Cadillac version came in. And, nope, it wasn't. I was right. 2009. What a guess. Obama they named it in 2009, the Beast.
Got it.
So, but the original version of getting past the stretch limo was Bush's era. Then Obama replaced them in 9 and came out with a modernized version. And in 2018, Donald Trump updated it to this version.
Got it.
There it is. It's a manufacturing marvel. And the $1.5 million is a little bit bullshit. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think it's more than that, because that thing has systems in it that are just absolutely incredible. Monica Lewinsky. I don't know what happened, but this chick took my breath away. How old is she? She's got to be now.
How old was she when
she was like 23, 26?
She was in
young.
her young 20s when she
had to
was in the White House.
When she got the cigar, let's find out.
think she might have been like
Lewinsky.
24.
I think she was a little older than that.
24 or 26.
I want to say 26, maybe 20. No, 22.
Ooh.
Fucking Bill Clinton. What a douche. 22 years old. She was frumpy. But man,
this is the hair.
Monica Lewinsky now? Holy smokes. Watch. I mean, she looks good.
Step right over here. Can you stop with us? There? Monica, can you look over here, please? Can you look at us, please? Monica, to your right, please.
Oh, God, I would hate that. Getting yelled at. Look this way, look this way, look this way.
Totally.
Oh,
She looks
no.
great. Good for her. She's 40.
She's aging gracefully.
She's 49. She looks damn good for 49.
Yeah.
So I got to give her props. She looks great. Folks, we are at 927.57. You might be wondering what the hell is going on. Well, we had Alan Donovan, a good friend of the show, and he's been fighting cancer, and he's just had some bad luck. So I opened my mouth and said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and double the donations whenever we get tonight. And then I grossed up taxes, and we got it to
almost 3,000.
We got it to $4,000, and I was like, okay, you know what? That's okay. We can do $4,000 and plus the gross up of taxes. We can handle that. That's about $1,600. We're good. Well, the dummies came through. Chuck called and Chuck said, I'm going to make Matt quake in his boots. Well, he did. And a few other people. And we got it up to almost $6,000. It's an incredible thing. Plus the gross up, which is going to be 6, 6, 6, and 6. That's $2,400. So that's $8,400. And we're really excited to be able to do that. And it's amazing. So people have been helping out because it was a little bit more than we expected. And we thank every dime helps. We appreciate it, but it goes to a great cause, and he is an amazing friend, and we love him, and we're just so excited to be able to do it. And you guys made it possible too. So we wanted to say thank you. And we're in a position to help out when we can, and he deserves it. So it's been an amazing night. We're just covering a few other things. There's so much going on tonight. But I think we're going to be okay. I think we got most of the things I wanted to talk about.
What was Shooter McGavin talking about over there?
I'll get to that in a second. And then we're going to go. Jasmine Crockett. This video should be up on my Facebook page right now. Where are we at with numbers? 24,462 or 24,000?
244,062.
244,062. Nice to see us climbing again. Mm-hmm. This lady went out and went after Jasmine Crockett. Give it a watch.
Stay at my granny's house. She was one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Jasmine, the people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat. No, ma'am. Don't touch me. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. Get her off me. Get off me. Get out. Get off me. I'm not. Get her off me first. Get her off me first. Yes, she is. I'm standing still. Do your people know you're a spoiled rich kid from Missouri? Get it! Get it! Get it! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Good for her.
Get off me! Get off me! Get off!
And that?
Get the f*** off!
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Are you proud?
I gotta cuff you up. Let's just go.
For what?
Let's go. I'm telling you to leave.
I guess that's Sarah Gonzalez. I don't know who Sarah Gonzalez is. I think people get in trouble by doing things. You know what? If you're passionate about it and that's what you want to do.
I would never do it, but okay.
Yep, you got to do it. Here's a video that we just probably dropped on Facebook while we were watching this. This is I Care About Everybody.
Proud to be woke, proud to be a liberal, proud to be a Democrat. Hell yeah. What does that mean? That means that I care about everybody. That means I care about the USA. That means I care about our air. That means I care about our parks, our oceans. That means I care about what is going on. That doesn't mean that I am a MAGA, which is a racist Republican. There is a complete difference. You can be a Republican and you're not a MAGA and you're not a racist piece of shit. But yes, I will always stay woke. I will always be a liberal and I will always care about my country, the United States of America. Yes, I love America. I love what it stands for. I also love our Constitution. You will never break it, rip it, or burn it. You're stuck with it.
And now you're stuck with her face emblazoned in your memory for the rest of your life. You're welcome.
The white eyes.
These people are insane.
I care about everything.
Except
MAGA. Except anyone who voted for Trump.
Yeah, I think that's good for tonight. I think we got it all. You know what? I know. Oh, God. Herpes boy. Dude, Swalwell looks really rough.
Good reason? Crime is on the rise. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I know there are way more.
He just screams.
You know what he reminds
looks like
me
herpes.
of? You know the movie Liar Liar with Jim Carrey?
Yes.
And it's the little, like, the dude who goes around getting everyone's lunch order and he's got the big old pimple on his nose. That's who he reminds me of.
Dude, those glasses are hideous.
He's trying to, like, the clear glasses are like cool in middle school. That's what's hip in middle school right now.
He's just a putz.
Mm-hmm.
He's a giant putz. Looks like we've got Kimberly threw a donation and then we can go. Listen, I want to say it's you know, a little something I've never shared with you guys is I want to, like, one of my favorite things in the world, and I don't like the show, so to speak.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you, Kim. I don't like the show, like America's Home Makeover and move that truck, you know, whatever.
Gosh, move that bus.
Right,
Yeah.
that bullshit.
Yes.
I don't like that stuff, but I do like seeing people's reactions when they get something that they weren't expecting and they deserve it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always loved giving for Christmas, and I've always loved, you know, giving flags to people and veterans and giving them a wooden flag from Valor. I love doing that. I loved at Comcast when we would help a vet, or when we helped at Hurricane Harvey and rehabbed houses. And I love doing that stuff. I love the philanthropic work. And my goal at some point is to get a 501c3 where we can give back, like tonight. And I would love to get into a place where we don't take donations except to help and change people's lives. And I think it would just be awesome when someone comes on the show that they come on for a reason, and it's to help and it's to impact. And we're not rich. We try to give where we can. We try to take care of where we can. And it means the world to us, but there is something special about it. And it's just, there's something special about it. So, you know, whether that's 5 years from now or a few years from now, or maybe Don't Unfriend Me is gone and we move into a 501c3 situation, I think there's never enough giving in the world. And I think people don't give selfishly. There's no such thing as a selfish give. And I think the only thing that makes giving selfish is that some people have to say no when they want to say yes. And I really want to find a way to do that where saying no is not an option. Like Gary Sinise, like they're at a point in the Gary Sinise Foundation where they don't have to say no. And Tunnels for Towers doesn't have to say no. And they can say yes, and they can do amazing work. I think that's where I want to go with this at some point. Giving back to veterans, giving back to families, and trying to change people's lives. That's what I would love to do. And of course, I want to own trolls and liberals, but I wish we could do more of what we did tonight. And I guess it's how do we get there, and how do we expand this into something bigger? But that's all I got. I just pray for Alan, and I want him to be okay, and I want him to be healthy. I genuinely love his spirit. He reminds me a lot of Ryan Samuels, and I also love Ryan, and I can't wait to see him on Sunday. It's going to be awesome. So Sunday show, folks. Liv,
Yep.
you got some thoughts tonight?
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. You guys rock. You're awesome. We appreciate it. And thanks to Alan for coming on and sharing his story again. We hope to have him again soon. And don't forget, Ryan Samuels will be in the house, which, by the way, last night's show, you said Lisa Regina will be in the house on Monday.
Yeah, but I can make those mistakes. You're the booker. You're the scheduler.
Really?
You should hold a higher standard with yourself.
Jeez, big eye roll. So anyway,
Greg Harrison says, have a great weekend, Spear Family YouTube chat. This podcast is my new crack cocaine and addicted to the show. Well, we like that. Yes, Olivia, Leroy, and Amy have created a real special show, and you will get to that place.
Yes.
I hope.
We'll get there.
I hope.
So don't forget, Ryan Samuels in-house on Sunday. I don't know what time the show will be, but because we don't quite know what time he'll be rolling into town, but it'll be sometime Sunday afternoon.
We'll try to give you guys a heads up and
join us for that.
Go live and just get ready on Sunday, and it's probably going to be Sunday afternoon.
Yep. And then Monday, of course, we will have Lisa Regina back in the house, which will be awesome because we'll actually be able to have some one-on-one time with her and more than 30 minutes. So it'll be great.
That'll be fun
to really hear about her nonprofit. So
yep. We'll have a good night. Want to say thank you, everybody. Sorry we didn't get to a full show, but man, it just felt good to have Alan in here and doing some good with him. So I will keep updating the show. We'll make sure we have this on the podcast tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the family. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great weekend if you have not made plans to do so already.
Thank you so much.
Yep. And thank you for everything. We'll see you guys Monday.
Good night.
Oh, we have a scroll here. I'm still working on getting Venmo numbers, but we've got all the PayPal people in. We're going to get Venmo too, and we're going to try to update that once a month. So you're going to see a scroll with everybody who's donated. If your name's not on there, don't get upset. It means we haven't added Venmo yet because I'm still trying to figure out how to do that reporting. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great weekend.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.